Hello, everybody. How are folks doing? It is us, Jack-Mitama, your cat girl goddess deity of all cat girl VTubers. Hello, how are you? How's your Saturday? My Saturday was fine. Thank you very much. Ooh, what's going on here? Is captions not on? There we go. Captions are back on. There we go. We had to do a few tweaks on our OBS, and now we're back. Hello, Megazone. It's going. Welcome. And also, yes, Shaw, guess what? There is now a moderator anniversary thing for Twitch. It's more engagement. There is unending engagement. We must keep growing as a website. There needs to be new bells and whistles, and therefore, we need to celebrate our moderators now, because there are so many people who are not willing to moderate anymore. Everyone's so sick of this shit that they want to just give people more buttons to press, because it's not like any of this matters. Nothing matters. Everything is terrible. Everything is breaking down. Everything is meaningless. But we're here to play video games. Yeah. More button forever. Yeah, exactly. Always add more button. You need more button. You can never have enough button. Button. Benjamin. Button. Okay, yeah. So anyway, yeah, today was all right. We woke up and we're like, and Mama Cat was like, "Hey, do you want to go out for lunch?" And I'm like, "Sure. Where do you want to go?" And it was like, "Okay, do you want like Mexican burgers or noodles?" And like, Mama Cat was like, "Noodles. We want noodles." And I'm like, "That's fair. That's super fair. Mexican burgers sound real good." Yeah, that sounds pretty good too, honestly. But yeah, Mexican burger. You know that there's like ramen noodles, ramen burgers, right? Like you can make the burger buns out of ramen, and then I guess you can have like a Southwest burger with ramen ramen buns and like some salsa. That would be like a Mexican burger noodle burger. I've seen those. Yeah, ramen burgers aren't bad. I feel like they're trying too hard though, because they, the point of noodles is you soak them in soup and they're like pliable and you just kind of eat them separate, like as a noodle, right? You don't just grab them and eat them like you're eating a packet of Top Ramen with just the seasoning. That is uncouth behavior that should not happen. And ramen burgers suggest exactly that. You mean why not? Because we respect food culture here. Says the cat who eats nothing but hot dogs. Anyway, yeah, so Mama Cat was like, let's get like noodles. And I'm like, okay, by noodles, there's only really one choice here. Do we get pho? Because the only like local place that we have noodles that are acceptable is pho. And then we're like, do I really want to go back to the, Asian mall and get pho? I mean, like, there's nothing wrong with the pho, but it's like, we've had this pho. We've gone to the same place whenever we're like, let's go get noodles, and we go here for like 4 or 5 times now. And it's getting old. We want something new in our lives. And that's why we were like, what if you want to go to like Japanese ramen? We haven't done ramen in like forever. Like forever ever. Mostly because all the good ramen shops are gone and the only ones that are around are rancid. But we're like, oh, you know what? Let's go into Berkeley. there's like a nice place that I've been wanting to check out, Ippudo, if you've never been there. And we decided to just, take a little drive out. Do that, yeah. What if you boil the noodles, cut up a cheeseburger, and mix it together? That could be a thing. I don't know if like the meat in a cheeseburger really works well in these cases, but like it's not impossible. Anyway, hi Soda. Hi, how have we been? We are fine. We spent today more or less just relaxing. We did some shopping, but we went to go get some noodles and here's the thing. When you go to Berkeley and you're like, oh, it's just a nice day in Berkeley. We're just going to go out to Berkeley, just get a bowl of ramen and go home. It's that easy. And then you realize, actually, no, that's not ever going to happen because it's Berkeley and there's no fucking parking anywhere. You circle like several blocks for 20 minutes and then realize that there's no parking because there's always something going on, and you find out, okay, well, fine, let's just get into a nice little, I don't know, parking garage or something. And the parking garages there all suck. They're like tiny. They have the tiniest spaces. They imagine that all the cars parking there are ants, which don't work when you're in America because everyone in America just drives fucking behemoths. We drive a small car though, and it worked out. We found a nice spot. It was a tight fit, but we got it to work. And then we just, as we're leaving the parking garage, someone calls our name, and we're like, what the fuck? Who the fuck calls our name? And it's like, no, it has to be our name. They are absolutely calling our name. And we look over. We're confused. And finally, somebody's just waving at us and like, oh, who is that person? Turns out she's a nationally renowned activist that we know through work. And chat, she saw us unshaven in a t-shirt and shorts and sandals, and chat, we were not prepared for this meeting. We were not prepared to meet somebody that important on the street in front of a theater. And she's like, hey, Boots Riley's in this theater, like giving a talk, and it's free. You should go listen. I'm like, fuck, I can't just say no to that. That sounds pretty cool. And then like, I got street cred that I gotta maintain. But also my parents are with me and we haven't eaten lunch. So we're like, sorry, I promised I'd take my parents to ramen. So Boots Riley will be missing out on our patronage. And then we just we were like, yeah. And she was also like, oh, well, yeah, if you haven't eaten, go have your ramen. I'm like, oh yes, thank you. And then we just kind of went on our way. It was kind of awkward. It was a little awkward. It was pretty awkward. Don't worry about it though. It's fine. It's fine. They understood. They understood that we had a mission. We had to go eat ramen. Thank you for the head pat. You had legit ramen for the first time in a long time a few months back. Made sure to make it a tax write-off by drawing it in your comic. That's the way to do it. Always incorporate every single fun thing you do into your work. And that way, nothing is ever pleasurable, and also everything is a tax write-off. That's all that matters, Anyway, hi Ruby. Oh no is right, yeah. It's fine though. We got ramen. It was pretty good. Ippudo's fun. What's funny? We've never been to Ippudo. They've been around for what, 10 years now? 7 years? 8 years? I don't fucking know. Anyway, we were like, let's go to Ippudo. Well, let's finally just sit down and go to Ippudo. It was pretty good. There was nothing wrong with it. a little expensive, maybe. I feel like they could have put a little bit more stuff in the ramen, but it was a pretty hearty ramen, you know? Anyway, tax write-off, everything, you know. After that, we went to do some grocery shopping. We bought some beer, etc., etc. So we're stocked up. We're drinking Orion beer right now, actually. Orion beer is great. Better than Asahi or Sapporo. You're missing out if you haven't had Orion beer. Orion beer. Sorry. It's Orion, but it's also Orion, you know? Yeah. Anyway, the bug bit us. We're like, we should stream. There's nothing happening tonight. We have free time. We can just entertain people. People can show up and enjoy ourselves. We could do something with our lives. We could actually truly be streamers. And that's why. That is why we've decided to play Detective Instinct. Farewell, my shoot. What's the full name? My beloved. Farewell, my beloved. I'm very good at remembering names. Yeah. We could wear a hat. We are wearing a hat. We're wearing a little detective hat. It's very important to be dressed for the occasion. When you're solving a murder, you should wear a kimono and a trilby. That's all it takes. Not a trophy. What are you talking about? Subtitles. That's not a trophy. I said trilby. Trilby. There we go. Yes, thank you. We're a streamer. Turns out we're like a streamer. I don't know. It's weird. Is it true that we're a streamer? No one knows. No one really knows. Okay, here we go. We should drink water? Okay. Actually, that was beer, but that's fine. And a posture check. We are relatively, because whenever we're streaming, we have to keep our actual posture pretty straight so that we're not like, you know. So we're pretty good. And then a stretch. You gotta stretch. Ooh, actually, we haven't stretched in a while. That was actually good. Yeah. Anyway. Let's see. What are we doing here? Z key to confirm. Sure. You want to play this in English or Japanese? We can do either. You see, it's more accurate to play it in English, and it's also the original language of the game, but also thematically, it makes more sense to play it in Japanese because it's based off of Super Nintendo Japanese, you know, detective club games. Let's not kid ourselves. Okay, but then you'd have to read it all for, yeah. I don't know Japanese, so I'll be lost. Yeah, that's true. None of you will be able to understand Japanese. I will be forced to, like, translate everything for you. And that costs money. I should make that like a members only stream or something. I don't know. Let's do English. Oh, shoot. Look at this little thing. It's a little spinner. All right, thank you for the lyric. Translate it all, but with funny voices. You know I'm already doing funny voices. Oh, look at that. It's so crunchy. Let's make sure of something. How? Okay. Sure. Nope. That's fine. I don't know. What feels the most... I feel like this is very Super Nintendo, you know? But also the subdued green here feels pretty nice. I feel like this green gives a... The first one here? I guess. Who would ever want slow autoplay? Somebody who is very confident about narrating the game as they're, like, reading it for the first time. Are you talking about this one, or are you talking about this one? Like, do you mean the blue one or the tan one? Or do you mean green? Because, like, I can go with it. I was thinking green. Blue? Alright, let's go with blue. Graphics. Full screen. Even, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. It's blue. Labba-dee-ba-da-ba-die. If it was green, I would die. Okay, oh yeah, is the music okay? Was it too loud? Let's double check. Yeah, music seems about right in terms of what we have here. That's fine. Okay. Language. We already picked that. Licenses. This game relies on simple direct media. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, wow. Nice. Alrighty. Oh, this is a lot of... You know what? We don't need... You do not need to know about that. You love contracts. Yeah, exactly. Alright. So... Detective Instinct. Farewell, my beloved. We played the demo for this back right before... Actually, it was like about a year before it came out. And it was pretty good. I'm not sure if we're going to be forced to replay the demo section, which is fine. It's always fun. You get to be reintroduced to a bunch of funny people. So yeah, let's get this going. Urasawa ass man. Yeah, jump scare coming in. We did not kill this man. Just so we're clear. He merely tripped out the window. That's not us. That's... Yeah, we can... He'll get better, right? He'll probably... Gravity killed him. We just gave a little push. Yeah. Ugh. What? What's that knocking? You know, he's just gonna... The knocking will just continue if we just take forever, by the way. Is somebody at my door? Oh, that's a nice effect with, like, the siren. Or, like, you know, the police lights. Strobe lights. Open up! This is the police! The police? You have 5 seconds until we bust this door down. 5, 4... Oh, okay. Alright, hold on. I'm getting up. It's really funny. They force you to just do that instead of just waiting forever. Thank you for the head pat. Put your hands where I can see them. You're under arrest. Under arrest? What for? You know what you did, you heartless monster. A murder has taken place in this very room, and you're the culprit. What? All right, let's think for a moment. What is going on here? What is going... Okay, that's all we got. Let's check this area. Let's check this area. This is my hotel room. Room 105. On the first floor. On the first floor! Do you have a warrant, sir? Well, yeah. Yeah. Let's check on this cop. This man is out for blood. As cops tend to be. Alright, let's talk to this guy. He pushed that guy out the window from the first floor. That's fucked up. That's right, buddy. A murder took place in this very room only a short time ago. But that's impossible. I've been here all night. You really aren't helping your case, pal. Let's talk about the room. Officer, are you sure you have the right room? Shut it! I don't want to hear another word out of you. How can I get him to listen to me? He must be in the wrong place, but how can I prove that to him? I need to find out more about this murder. What is this murder? Still playing dumb, eh? Criminals like you make me sick. To think you would throw a man out of a window 5 stories to his death, then lie about it. It's simply nauseating. Five stories. Room 105. First floor. Yep. Yep. Wait, did he say a man fell 5 stories from this room? But that's impossible. Officer, you said a man was thrown out of this room, the window of this room, and fell 5 stories to his death? That's right. But that doesn't make any sense at all. Oh, yeah? And why not, wise guy? Because we're on the first floor? Hello, Multiverse Collective. Found you under the plural tag? Welcome, thank you. We've reached a peaceful solution. Say you're sorry. It's us, Miyaki, in the middle. Are you saying a man cannot fall five floors from the first floor? Prove it. Well, but I was told room 105, or was it 501? 501, Officer Loader. Bro was pushed onto hard concrete. It's time for my man! Ow! Thank you. Boss! You were taking so long to join us at the scene, I was beginning to wonder if you got lost. But I see now you were just harassing this young man. He looks like an anime Tony Stark, if he's shaved. Possibly, yeah. That's right, sir. My mistake, sir. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Yeah. Alright, posture check as well. We are simply doing fine. Alright. That's right, sir. My mistake, sir. The rest of the team is waiting for you upstairs. I'll join you in a minute. Sir, yes, sir. Apologies for Officer Loader. He can sometimes get a little carried away, you know? Hey, you alright? You know, you're not actually under arrest. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. Oh. Yeah, I'm all right. Just what exactly is going on here? You love these types of games? That's good. Yeah, sit back and enjoy. A perfectly reasonable question. I guess I could let you in on the situation. It's the least I could do after my officer disturbed your sleep so rudely. Hey, what's your name? My name is... What are we naming ourselves? We can just go. I like how I'm doing this on a keyboard, but it's fine. Chiaki? Did I hear that right? Yep, that's me. Nice to meet you, Chiaki. I'm Detective Daltrey. What would you like to know? Alright, let's think for a moment. I should ask him about what's going on, okay? Let's look at this detective. A police detective. Thank God he showed up when he did. He might be in handcuffs right now if he wasn't for him. Alright, let's talk about the murder. What, was someone really murdered here? Earlier tonight, a man fell to his death from a room on the 5th floor of this hotel, through a shattered window. It's a bit of an odd situation, but despite Officer Loader's enthusiasm, it's too early to say if foul play was involved. Anyway, I'm shocked you slept through all the commotion. Didn't you hear the sirens? I don't think so. Heavy sleeper, huh? I could tell you just a little bit more if you like. Yeah, let's think about it. This reminds me of when I slept through a fire alarm a few years ago. I still can't believe my idiot roommate took off without waking me up. I almost burned to death. It's a good thing it was a real fire. Maybe I should try to, sleep a little less soundly? No, get your fucking sleep where you can. Okay. Commotion. The victim hit the ground pretty close to the hotel's entrance, so it's caused quite a scene. A lot of the guests here are still roaming around downstairs, trying to figure out what's going on. I wonder if that includes Emma and Professor Martin. Is there anything more specific you want to know? Still pretty chaotic downstairs. Okay. Let's talk about the crime scene. Like I said, the victim fell from a room on the 5th floor. Curiously, though, the room he fell from was unoccupied. Technically, nobody should have been in there at all. Strange, right? That is strange. We're still investigating the room. Okay. What about the victim? We haven't ID'd him yet. He's a man in his mid-30s or so. Well, I think I've said enough. I better get back to the crime scene. You alright now? Yeah. I'm all good, thanks. Fantastic. Now, if you'll just put on these handcuffs... what? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Man, you Americans really have no sense of humor, huh? Yes, very funny. Is it really that obvious I'm American? Yes. Yes, sir. Anyway, don't stay up too late, kid. Get some sleep. Sweet dreams. I love this man. He's terrible. Get some sleep. After all that, impossible. My night is ruined. I just found out somebody died. Now I gotta go check out the dead body. Maybe I'll be able to poke it with a stick. That's the most important part when you get involved in a murder. You know, you just gotta poke the dead bodies. Well, as long as I'm awake, I guess I might as well check out all the commotion downstairs. I wonder if Emma and Professor Martin are awake. Okay. I wonder if Emma and Professor Martin are downstairs. I need to get out of this room for a little while. Let's go to the hotel entrance then. Oh, look at those PS1 era graphics right there. So it's true, huh? Hey, is that... Hey, Emma! Oh, Chiaki, where have you been? Don't tell me you slept through all this. Kind of a funny story about that, actually. Oh, yeah? You did, didn't you? That's just like you. We've slept through horrible things before. Yeah, I'll, tell you later. So, I guess someone really did die here? Yeah, just back there is where it all happened, I think. You can see the broken window if you look up to at the 5th floor. It's hard to tell from here, but it looks like they drew an outline on the street in the spot where they first found the body. Hello! Thank you so much to follow, Marumaru Shiru. Wow. I can't believe it. Pretty scary, right? I sort of wanted to get a closer look at the investigation, but the police are keeping people away from the scene. A closer look? Are you serious? I know, it's morbid, but I can't help but be a little curious. Aren't you? A little. Have you seen Professor Martin around? Oh, yes. He was just here a second ago. I think he went to get some more information from one of the police officers. I'm sure he just wants to make sure everything is safe. Oh, there he is over there. I wonder what they're talking about. I think he saw us. Ah, fuck. Jig is up. Hello, Chiaki. I see you've finally woken up. Yeah. So what's the situation here? Well, they didn't tell me much. They're saying there's no danger, but that we should be cautious. I think they're just as confused as the rest of us, frankly. It's some ghastly business regardless. I must apologize that our trip would end this way. Oh, it's fine, Professor. It's not your fault. Besides, it'll be an interesting story to tell everyone back home. She's really enjoying this, isn't she? We are. Whenever there's like a murder around us, we're okay, let's not say we're excited. We're very sorry for the loss. But also, it's exciting. Finally happened to be around when you were alive. Yeah, thank you so much for coming in. Yeah, I know we're rarely a streamer who streams at any kind of given normal hour, but we managed to figure out a good time to do it today. Yes, well, I agree with the police that the safest place for us to be right now would be behind the locked doors of our rooms. I would suggest the two of you head back inside as soon as possible. Well, we will, Professor. Yeah, our rooms are real safe, at least until the cops come knocking. But the last guy died inside his room. Oh no. Well, as long as we're not on the 5th floor, I think we're fine. We have an early day tomorrow. Remember, our train departs at 7:10 a.m. I know it will be hard to sleep after all of this commotion, but please try your best. I'll meet you both in the lobby at 6:30, okay? Sleep well now. Good night. Good night, Professor. I guess it is getting late. Maybe we should go back inside. Aha! If it isn't our prime suspect returning to the scene of the crime. Hello, detective. Prime suspect. Detective, excuse me. It's a long story. You couldn't resist coming down here, could you? You know that kind of curiosity might get you in trouble someday. Detective, what's going on here? Is Chiaki in trouble? Oh, no. We're just having a laugh, right, buddy? Yeah, so funny. I like to think he keeps laughing as she talked. Yeah, he's probably still laughing right now. We can make him keep laughing. He's probably just going, He's still probably doing that right now. As long as the sprite is moving. This is his personal hell. All right, guys, nice stream. We're gonna just go. We're just gonna. You know, it's fine. Can you tickle the detective? I don't know if that's like an established thing you can do in this game, but you know that is certainly something we can try to explore and ask the devs maybe if it's possible. You know, let him laugh. Yeah. All right. Whoo-wee. Too funny. Well, I just came to check on the status of the investigation down here, so... Oh, have you discovered anything new, detective? Who's asking? Oh, my name's Emma. Chiaki and I are both college students from America. I was just... Curious? Yes, just curious. College students, huh? What are you studying? Oh, English literature. Really? Huh. Your friend here doesn't strike me as the type. Don't judge a book by its cover, detective. Well, let's see. You study literature, you must be pretty inquisitive, interested in human behavior, curious, resourceful, perhaps. I probably shouldn't, but to be honest, we're about to wrap things up. We're pretty certain we found just about everything there is to find here, and yet... maybe it couldn't hurt if we took one last look around with some fresh eyes on the scene. So I'll tell you what, just over there is where the body was found. Don't worry, it isn't there anymore. Why don't you two take a quick look? I'll give you a few minutes, and you let me know if you spot anything interesting. Deal? You're going to let us investigate the crime scene? Sure, why not? What's the worst that could happen? Who knows? Maybe you'll see something we overlooked. Plus, let's just say I owe your friend a favor. What do you think, Chiaki? Seems like a rare opportunity. I think we should take it. How is this acceptable police procedure? I know, right? Are you sure you sure this is okay? Wait, Emma? Ha! Looks like she's getting a head start. Come on, don't be so uptight. It's fine. Trust me. You'll have fun. This guy's idea of fun is a little suspect. But I can't deny I'm curious. Hey kids, want to see a dead body? It's still fresh. You don't want to see a dead body. Especially one that's been murdered. You know what? Sure, why not? That's the spirit. I'll be right over there if you find anything or have any questions. Good luck. Alright. This is the spot. Let's see if we can find anything. Alright, let's save real quick. Because I don't know if this is timed. Discuss. Come on, let's check out the crime scene. You're so excited. Check. Area. This is where the body was found, right outside the hotel lobby. I've seen so many crime scenes on TV and in movies and stuff, but to be investigating one in real life is surreal. The detective probably shouldn't be letting us do this, so let's make the most of this opportunity while we still can. Okay, where? Let's look at this guy here. There's a guy watching everything from his room on the second floor. He's not being very subtle about it. Oh, that's just creepy. I'm not sure I like being watched from above like that. I think he should mind his own business. This is a real crime scene, not some kind of show. Yes, Emma. Weren't you doing the same thing just a few minutes ago? Huh? No, not at all. I was just curious, for the right reasons, and he's, well, not. We're the only special meow meow allowed, okay? Oh, wait. The guy is watching from the scene from the window. Okay. Let's look at this guy. I think this officer is using a walkie-talkie. Yeah. No action at all here. Probably just a drunken accident. Oh, and he's up to his antics again. Yep. Civilians. Even worse. They look like tourists. Why can't he just be normal? Don't say anything. I just know we'll all get in trouble for this if it gets out. How did a guy like him make detective anyway? This is humiliating. There's some police cars. They look pretty old school compared to the models I see back home these days. Let's see. How about this guy? It's a police officer. He doesn't seem to be doing much of anything. Hey! You! What are you two doing here? This area is off limits. Leave now or else I'm bringing you downtown! You again? Calm down. Your boss said we could help investigate. You expect me to believe Detective Daltrey would allow citizens and civilians into an active crime scene? Well, I do believe it. That sure sounds like something he'd do. My apologies. I thought you were supposed to be helping investigate the hotel room. Why are you back down here? Oh, they told me they didn't need me, so they sent me back down. It's okay. I'm ready to help, no matter where I'm told to be. I'm getting the sense that this guy's presence isn't wanted in either location. Can I help you with anything, or... Let's talk to this guy. Let's talk to Officer Loader. What can you tell us about the crime scene? From what I was told, the crime was reported very shortly after it happened. Someone in the hotel heard the glass shatter and called us right away, after they looked out the window and saw a body. Station's right down the street, so we got here pretty quick. Nobody's been on the scene but us. Okay. Pretty easy. How about the victim? We don't know anything about the victim yet. He wasn't carrying any form of ID, no wallet or anything. Pretty strange. Okay. But the detective. Detective Daltrey is my hero. I don't care what the other officers say, they got him all wrong. So what if he doesn't always do things by the book? He's always looking out for people. There's nobody on Earth with a bigger heart. Someday, I hope to work my way up to detective so I can solve crimes and help people just like him. What do you think, huh? You think I have what it takes to be a detective? Yeah, sure, man. Thank you, sir. I'll do my best. He's never making a detective, is he? Well, you are generally clueless and aggressive so far, so sure. Yeah, that's what detectives are, right? Let's keep looking. There may be more left to find. Okay. Let's talk Well, hold on. Nobody. Stay out of trouble, okay? Let's see. How about this guy? Looks like he's investigating the spot where they found the body. So this is where the body landed, huh? Yeah, right in between the lamppost and the bush. Should we take a closer look? Yeah, sure. Let's just, try to stay out of the way. Okay. Alright, let's see what we can find. Glass. Some shards of glass from the broken window are scattered on the ground. Better watch our step. How about the blood? Oh, man. Do you see this, Emma? This must be a blood stain. Yeah, how awful. Looks like most of it is centered around his lower torso. It looks like most of it is centered around his lower torso. Man, I'm gonna be sick. His lower torso? That's interesting. How so? Well, he died from a fall, right? Why would he be bleeding from his stomach? That's, a really good point, actually. We should ask the detective about that. No more, nothing else. Okay. Do we want to talk? Lamppost. Just a street light, nothing special. Okay. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. It's a shame he just missed the bush. I wonder if it would have broken his fall. You appreciate that they drew the chalk on the side of the curb. Yeah. From that high up? I don't think so, Chiaki. This isn't a movie. It's a video game. I don't know. That bush looks pretty thick to me. Hold on. I think I see something in the bush. Jackie, let's take a closer look. Yeah, I think she's right. Let's take a look. Is that a wallet? That's what it looks like. Quick, let's tell the detective, Chiaki. Okay, let's talk to Daltrey. How's the search going? Let's keep looking. Okay. Blood. You noticed that too. The body had a number of cuts, some of them pretty deep. We found blood on pieces of the broken window in the hotel room, so... Oh, the glass. That's right. Still, that's a good catch. I didn't mention the cuts before, so I can tell you're really thinking things through. Keep it up. Thank you, sir. We will. Wallet. A wallet? In the bush? Hold on a second. Well, would you look at that? Good eyes, you two. This could very well be a huge piece of evidence. Do you think it belonged to the victim? Or maybe the killer? Well, this is an ID. There is an ID in it, but I'm afraid I can't tell you who it belongs to. That would be against protocol. Oh, so now he cares about protocol. Oh, well, alright. I understand, Detective. Man, now I just feel like a jerk. Alright, how about this? I may not be able to tell you directly who the wallet belongs to. I'm a cop, not a snitch. But if you just happen to guess the identity of the owner, maybe I could tell you if you're on the right track. It's the detective's wallet. But detective, how could we possibly guess that correctly? It could be anybody. Listen, being a detective is about much more than just merely collecting evidence. Sometimes you need to take the evidence and make a deduction. Look around the scene. Talk to some of the other officers. See if you can narrow down the list of suspects. And tell me what you think. But be warned, I won't be going easy on you. If you guess incorrectly, it's game over. Game over? What does that mean? It means it's game over. Okay, you ready? Have fun. When you think you know who the wallet belongs to, just talk with me about them. In the same way you'd talk to me about anything. Through the little thing, the window here. He's testing us, Chiaki. Come on, let's see if we can figure this out. Alright. Speak to Daltrey. How's search going? Talk to him about the wallet. Oh. Don't think too rigidly. When you think you know the wallet's owner, just bring them up to me and bring them up to me the same way you talked about anything. Okay, I see. What if it's the victim? So you think the wallet belongs to the victim, huh? Yeah. I'm very sorry, but the answer is incorrect. And I'm afraid that because you guessed wrong, there must be consequences. Oh no. Game over? That's right. Game over. Thank you for the follow, kitty cat. Alright. I'm kidding, of course. Good try, but no. The wallet does not belong to the victim. It's true, we didn't find a big wallet on this person, but the ID in this wallet definitely isn't his. Oh, well, let's keep investigating. I'm sure if we ask around, we'll be able to narrow it down to a better guess. Hello. Loader? Officer Loader, reporting. Wallet. What's this about a wallet in the bush? Huh, that's weird. Why is that weird? Oh, well, I was going to check the bush before, but I was told it was already checked, and that nothing was found. I have a hard time believing Detective Daltrey would miss something like that. He's very observant, you know. So they checked the bush earlier, but didn't find the wallet. Does that mean it wound up in there after the investigation already started? If that actually game overed, I'd have laughed. I know, it should have. This game is called Detective Instinct Farewell, My Beloved. It is a brand new 2025 game that's made like it is in the Super Nintendo detective game. It's pretty good. Do you still get to yell objection in this game? No, unfortunately. In higher distance, this is a detective game, so we don't lawyer in here. Okay, speak to Daltrey. Interesting. It's like the Famicom murder. Yeah, it's exactly like the Famicom murder games, mystery games, Detective Club, and all those things. That the devs like directly said that those games influenced their interest in making this game. So, what if it's the killer? You're saying the wallet belonged to the killer? No. Okay, let's not beat around the bush. It's your wallet, Daltrey. Wait. Are you saying you think this is my wallet? Yes. I am afraid that answer is correct. Wow. I can't believe you figured it out. I played the demo, Daltrey. I see. Yeah. Well, you see, I always keep my wallet in the left pocket of my jacket. But a few weeks ago, I tore a hole in it. Sometimes when I'm in the middle of an investigation, muscle memory takes over and I forget about the hole, so yeah. I guess it fell out while I was checking the bush earlier. Oh, don't give me that look. Haven't you ever dropped something by accident? You should be a detective. You should be a detective. Not while investigating a crime scene. All right. I recognize this seems pretty unprofessional, but I assure you, I really am good at my job. I'm just a bit clumsy, is all. Well, detective, I'm glad we helped you find your wallet. Yes, thank you both. Thank you both very much. I'd give you a tip for this, but sadly, I'm not carrying any cash. How convenient. Also, we are about to hit ads. And since this is a very story-heavy game, let us definitely just take a moment to let the ads run. We'll be right back, though. Do you have Venmo? Detective Daltrey, do you have Venmo? Do you have a smartphone? I feel like you should have a smartphone. As a detective, I imagine you have a cell phone, correct? And you should also have Venmo. Therefore, you should be able to PayPal me $50. We'll find out later, right after this commercial break. All right, be right back. Can do whatever she wants because she's strong. That does mean that we can't do anything here, but we do have a bunch of daggers that we can use to stab Cyrano. And I'm sorry, chat, but we have to stab Cyrano for the good of humanity. Bam, she's dead. It's fucking beautiful. Also, like, the one pink beat. God, she is so perfect. She is so perfect, and I am never rolling another thing. Well, I guess I have one more roll, but, like, that's not a roll that I'm gonna make, right? Okay, I don't care about you. Bye. Okay. Wow, we're learning so much things today. We're learning so much today. Wow. Did you know that we're really done? Okay. Animals, animals are really cute. This is so pretty. I wanted to talk to you about it. Available. I swing both ways. I like cats. All like that. Guess what, chat? Guess what? No, you don't understand. You must call it skeet. Because skeeting is what it's kind of like shooting a few rounds into the air to keep the rent down in your neighborhood, right? You will die before you call it skeet, and we throw it fruitlessly against the wall one more time for this goddamn dragon. New Year's luck, come on. Oh. Oh, that's gold. That's gold. Oh. That's not her! That's not her! Are you saying I'm drowned? For whatever reason, that redeem finally fixed itself. We didn't do anything to it, it just fixed itself. Thank goodness. Alright. This one time someone came up to you and asked for money, and you said, you don't have cash. So they said, there's an ATM over there. Okay, so okay, Megazone. I have a story. So years and years ago, this is like years and years ago, we had a friend who absolutely just decided to get married to this shit person, this awful person. Like, we judged them very, very hard. We were like, are you sure, honey, that you want to marry this person? Because this person is a hot fucking mess. But, you know, she was coming out of, I don't know, fucking Ohio or something, and, you know, flew her out all the way out to California to live together in post-high school, you know, community college bliss. And we're like, okay, you can live your life, but I don't like your wife or your fiance, because your fiance honestly sucks. And so once we were out having dinner or something, and just hanging out, and this lady comes over, and starts going like, hey, can I get like a couple bucks? I need bus fare to get home, and then train fare, and I'm just stranded here, and I'm like in a total bind. Can you just help me out? And I was like, this person, whatever, I'm not in this. I'm not doing this. Like, no. But this girl, this complete dumbass of a woman decides to help her at any cost, and goes like, well, I don't have any cash right now. It's like, well, let's go to the ATM and withdraw some cash. And I'm like, this is a scam. This is obviously a scam. And we went and walked her over to Bank of America. This is how you get robbed. Exactly. And she got robbed. And she had nothing. She had no recourse, because it was literally like, well, there goes that. And so I got to be a critical asshole, while my friend had to sit there and watch their fiance withdraw like $200 in cash and then get robbed. And we were like, no, fuck off. Anyway, that happened once. That's a life lesson that you can sometimes learn. Do not get walked to an ATM by somebody to withdraw cash to help them. That does not actually happen. All right, check. Detective, I think we just found something really important. Oh, is that right? Excuse me a minute. I wonder what that was all about. Oh. As much as I appreciate your help, I think you two had better head back to your rooms now. did you find something important, Detective? Oh, nothing much. I just think you guys should go before it gets back to my boss that I let tourists investigate a crime scene. Oh, shoot. Just when we were starting to find some things. Huh. He didn't seem to care too much about that before. I wonder what changed his mind. That's alright, Detective. Thanks for letting us take a look around. Anytime. Well, probably not anytime. In fact, more likely never again. You two are naturals. I can tell. Just remember. As fun as investigating can be, this line of work is serious business. And when you're looking for the truth, well, you may not always like what you find. Is he trying to give us profound advice, or is he just making excuses about the wallet? But don't let that stop you. A true investigator will stop at nothing until the truth is revealed. No matter what. Understood? Understood, Detective. Have a good night, you two. And I hope you enjoyed your time in Vendrika. Excluding the whole mess, of course. We just learned that we're in Vendrika. Well, that was fun, wasn't it? Yeah. At least, about as fun as investigating someone's death can be. You know, that can be pretty fun. We've done that maybe 4 times now. Okay, none of them were really fun, actually. They were all terrible. Mixed signals, dude. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I shouldn't be so nonchalant. It's pretty scary and, well, sad. We should just go back inside. It's almost midnight. Yeah, we should. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night. Night, Emma. Well, I've had enough of playing detective for one night. Time for bed. I'm still not very tired, though. Can't believe this happened while we were staying here. Feels completely surreal. Wonder how long the police will be here. Remember, room 105, not 501. Man, I'm never gonna get to sleep. A knock? Oh no, not again. Chucky? Chucky, are you awake? Emma? Yeah. Well, hang on 1 second. Think. I should check the door. Think. I should check the door. Think. I should check the door. I should check the door. I should check. Check where? A big painting. It shows a man dressed in all black, standing solemnly by a small lake. Thank you for the alt text. It's signed on the bottom left by someone named Jameson. I guess that's the painter. It's a TV, the VCR. I don't have any tapes to watch, and I doubt there's anything on TV right now. TV and VCR. That's a phone. That's right, it's a phone. I don't need to make any calls, okay. There's a painting on the wall. It depicts a boy staring down a long valley at a castle floating above a lake. It's a very serene and a little odd for hotel decor. Is that a light? Nothing here. That's a light. It's a door to the bathroom. This is just about the most luxurious bathroom I've ever seen. The water pressure in the shower is incredible, and the toilet has a bidet. You can even adjust temperature and intensity on the fly. Is this kind of thing normal overseas? I don't know how I'm gonna go back to that terrible one-ply toilet paper in my dorm. Bed. My bed. It's okay as far as hotel beds go, but the pillows are a little too big and firm for my taste. Hey, chat. Guess where we are? Are we in... We're in Vendrixa. which seems to be European. Eastern European, maybe? Okay. Hey, Chiaki. It's not a big deal or anything, but I'm just curious. What took you so long to get to the door? They called me out. They called me out. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. I was just, looking at some of the things in my room, I guess. You always get so distracted so easily. It's so funny. It was the ADHD. I'm sorry. Anyway. What? That's an achievement. Anyway. I'm sorry to bother you so late. It's just, I can't sleep. Keep thinking about what happened. Yeah, me too. I need to take my mind off a bit somehow. Well, how about we talk about something else for a bit then? Think. What should we talk about? Check Emma. It's Emma. She used to be my writing tutor when I was a freshman, but now we're just friends. At least, that's how I see it. That's how I see it. She's only a year older than me, but I feel like she still thinks of me as a little kid. It can be a little annoying, but it's fine. What's up, Chiaki? These beds were pretty comfy, right? I usually don't sleep too well in hotels, but I don't have a problem here. I did bring my own pillow, though. It took up a ton of space in my luggage, but it was worth it. Maybe I should have done that. Hi, Scarth. You missed us getting almost arrested for murder and then investigating crime scene. We're now just talking about how we can't go to sleep because somebody was murdered. This painting is in my room too. I wonder how many copies of it they have. That's a pretty nice painting. I wonder what's on TV this time night. I'm usually not up this late. It's probably just infomercials. When do you usually go to bed? Not a minute later than 9:30 p.m. I need to be well rested for my 8 a.m. classes. What about you? Maybe like 11 p.m.? Sometimes midnight. Oh, that's way too late. I hope you're getting enough sleep, Chiaki. It's really important. Be gay, investigate crime? Yeah, exactly. I guess I can't tell her the truth is more like 2 a.m. She'd be so disappointed. 2 a.m., huh? Damn. Early. Did you know this hotel has a wake-up call service? I had them calling me at 7 a.m. sharp. It was great. 7 a.m. every day? Man, morning people scare me. Yeah, that's fair. Maybe I should use it so I don't oversleep tomorrow morning. Oh, don't worry, Chiaki. I'll wake you up nice and early. That's a threat. This lady would die if she heard about my sleep schedule. Well, have you thought about what you're going to write your term paper about yet? Oh, yeah. The term paper, I gotta think of something good. The Bendrekian election process, the Bendrekian revolution's effect on contemporary Bendrekian literature, the hot dog stand outside the hot dog stand. What? Why are you staring at me like that? Why are you judging me? Why? As someone who worked construction for years, I'm usually up at dawn or earlier, unfortunately. Scarth, that's fair. That's fair. We can actually do, like crack of dawn, but, you know. Well, I certainly can't endorse that topic, but those hot dogs were really good. See? See? What are we talking about here? Honestly, we need to talk about the Bendrekian hot dogs and how they are so special. They are nothing like Chicago dogs or Seattle dogs or anything else. They are a whole new world of hot dog onto themselves. We are not calling it that. It is a double dog. It is a double dog. It all comes back to front. God. What happened? Oh, I hit the wrong button. Listen, Chiaki, as your tutor, I have a responsibility to ensure you take this assignment seriously. Not to mention, I vouched for you when Martin was on the fence about letting you come on this trip. He usually only accepts seniors for directed study, remember? Yeah, I know. I wish she'd stop calling herself my tutor. It's so embarrassing. So please, think about it. I can help you with it too, if you'd like. No, it's fine. Trust me. I plan on gathering my thoughts once we get on the train tomorrow. Great. I believe in you. Okay. Let's talk about the term paper some more. If you need any advice, just ask. I'm always happy to help. Okay, that's it. Train or the murder? I'm so looking forward to this. I never imagined I'd get to travel on a luxury train. We'll be riding for 3 whole days. It feels so romantic, doesn't it? We're not dating. Yeah, I guess so. It would have been a lot faster to just fly out of Vendreka back to London, but... Oh, but trains are so much more charming. We'll get to travel straight through the European countryside. Why not? What is that why not towards? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, Chiaki. We're so lucky Martin has connections. Connections to a passenger boat? You sound so excited. I am, aren't you? Come on, even just a little? Sure. I don't really like flying anyway. One flight from London back to New York is fine with me. I'm just sad that this trip is already over, you know? Vendreka is so beautiful. Martin's lucky he got to grow up here. Lovely topics. Train and murder. Yeah. Oh, we can just go to sleep, but let's keep talking. Let's keep talking. Let's get more exposition in. Let's talk about Martin for a second. You think Martin already went back to sleep? Oh, definitely. He doesn't like to stay up late. I shouldn't tell you this, but one semester, the school rescheduled his film class to Wednesday night. It was a 3-hour class, so it didn't end until 10. After a screening of some really long war movie from the 30s, we all sat there waiting for him to turn on the lights, but he was asleep. Oh no. Was the movie that boring? Oh no, the movie was fascinating, but when it's past your bedtime and you've seen it 100 times, well, that's so funny. I can't even imagine it. He's usually so intimidating in class. You think so? I don't know. He's not so bad when you get to know him. I'm probably about ready to go to sleep too, but we can keep talking a little longer if you like. Yeah, let's talk about the murder. I was hoping we could talk about something else, you know? It isn't that I'm not curious about the case, it's just I'll never get to sleep if I keep thinking about it. Alright, well, let's just go to sleep. I'm feeling pretty sleepy now. Hey, Emma. It's bedtime. Well, anyway, I think I'm gonna try to get some sleep again. Thanks for talking with me, Chiaki. I think I feel better now. Yeah, me too. Good night, Emma. See you tomorrow. Man, take this opportunity. Nothing's gonna happen if you don't take an opportunity. Night, Chiaki. And that's the end of the first day. Oh, that's normal. I'm sorry this happened, but we still must go through with the plan. I don't know if I can. I'm afraid you don't have a choice. You must be on the train tomorrow. If you aren't, I don't want you to die too. Please. We finished chapter 1. And now we got a whole animation. Oh shit, this is pretty good. Remember, we're not killing anyone in this game. We're merely solving the murders. Chapter 2. Untitled. Got it. Hey, it's a train. You know, Emma's right. This is kind of nice. Very cozy. Just like these headpats. Thank you. You ever just take a long train ride? We took a train from Kyoto to Nagasaki, and then like most of it was a bullet train, but on the way back we took like local trains, and it's a lot of fun. And we went before it was like a full bullet train service, so we actually took some pretty local trains getting into Nagasaki as well. And it was a nice experience going down the coastline, seeing the countryside. Very long train rides can sometimes get a little boring, but that's why you just bring a book along. Back when we read. Back when we still read books. We don't read books anymore. We don't have time for that anymore. We don't have anything like this in America. And if we did, I'm sure I couldn't afford it. What a shame. You know, there's something called Amtrak, and you can ride it from coast to coast if you really, really want to. Terrible idea. It will take weeks, but it is possible. It is possible. Well, I'm just going to kick back these next few days, enjoy the ride, and think about that term paper. I got on Amtrak twice weekly. Yeah, right? If you're into paying more for a worse service, there's Amtrak. Yeah, that's fair. We used to take Amtrak to and from our college. We would commute to our college, but it wasn't. We lived in the college town, so it would just be like a once a month or something ordeal when we went back home. Ugh. What should I even write about? I wonder if Emma's thinking the same thing. Twice recently? No, knowing her, she probably already has her whole essay outlined. I'm gonna need to catch up. You know, she said she'd help you with that. Maybe I should start brainstorming some ideas. Chiaki, can I come in? Oh. Hey, Emma. Yeah. The door's open. What's up? Oh, she does not look good. Hey, is everything alright? For you, it was like being on a bus, but it had Wi-Fi, outlets, and bathrooms. Yeah, no. We don't mind. We don't mind, like, the Amtrak experience itself. Like, the trains are real nice. I think the biggest issue with the Amtrak trains is in a lot of railways, they are renting the rail. They're not like, they don't operate on Amtrak rail. They operate on like Union Pacific or private railways. And so therefore, all the traffic, all the rail traffic is prioritized to the owners of the rail. And so if there's like a huge Union Pacific cargo train going through and, you know, they need to merge onto the tracks, they get priority. And so you as a rider on Amtrak can sometimes just end up, you know, sitting in the middle of the desert for like 40 minutes while waiting for this huge train to just do its thing. And that's like the biggest issue. So that's why, like, you know, a 1 hour train ride can end up becoming like an hour and a half because there's some bullshit happening with the rail usage. And that's what really annoys us. Anyway. Hey, is everything all right? Jackie, something very strange is going on. I'm not quite sure how to explain it, but... will you listen to me for a moment? I need to make sure I'm not crazy. You live in Seattle and went to Tacoma and Olympia. Okay, yeah, I know that area. I know those rails. Yeah, we thought about maybe going up there by rail once or twice. It is an ordeal. It is a 10-hour ride to get up to Seattle for us. Of course, what's on your mind? Okay, let me just start at the beginning. After we departed, I decided to get up and take a look around. Eventually, I made my way to the observation car in the back of the train because I wanted to check out the outdoor platform. I stood outside for a bit to get some fresh air. I thought I was alone, but then I heard something. There was a woman behind me, sitting by herself in one of the seats. She looked like she had been crying. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you. No, that's all right. I'm sorry if I startled you. I know it was none of my business, but seeing her like that, I just wanted to help somehow. I asked her if she was okay and got to talking a bit. It seemed to calm her down a bit, so I offered to buy her a drink in the lounge car. She was very nice, but she seemed troubled, like something was on her mind. She wouldn't be specific, and I wanted to respect her privacy, but she was so apologetic. There was one thing she said to me. You're a very nice girl, but I really don't deserve your kindness. It made me very sad for someone to feel that way. We were probably in the lounge car for half an hour or so. Then I didn't sleep much last night, and I was starting to feel really tired, so I told her I was going to take a nap, but that we should meet up in the same spot for lunch later. She agreed, and I left. So, did you meet up for lunch? No, Chiaki, that's the problem. I can't find her. What do you mean? I went back to the lounge car around noon. She wasn't there. I waited a few minutes, but... This is the weird thing. I asked the bartender if he had seen her, and he said no. So, she never came back? She was a ghost, maybe. No, I mean, he said he never saw her at all. He told me that when I came to the lounge car earlier, I was alone. What? I argued with him for a bit, but he was insistent. I said there must be some mistake, but... okay, wait. Well, was there anyone else who saw you with this woman? Well, there Ow! Meow. Thank you for the fish. Well, there was 3 other people in the lounge car while we were talking. An old man and 2 men wearing polos. Thank you for the hydrate. She might have done it and she never even knew she did it. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so we're looking for 3 other people. An old man and 2 men wearing polo shirts. They weren't there when I went back, but there was also this strange couple. When the 2 of us were going from the observation car to the lounge car, we passed a cabin as a man and a woman were coming out. I swear they gave us the funniest look. Wata, thank you. I went back to the cabin and asked them if they'd seen her, and the woman told me the same thing as the bartender. It's like she never existed at all. I don't mean to sound skeptical, but you're sure you met this woman? It wasn't just a vivid dream or something. Chiaki, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to doubt you. It's just, this is all very strange. No, it's okay. I know it sounds crazy, but Chiaki, I know that I met this woman. She's real. I don't know why everyone's claiming she isn't, but... Yes, that's right. We are legally entitled to use the Vine Boom. Did you know, okay, we recently were learning about, like, various famous sounds, and for the Vine Boom, people keep sampling illegally, like, they keep illegally... What's a Vine Boom? This is the Vine Boom. That's the Vine Boom. It's used in a lot of vines. But in any case, so many people steal that sound and try to, like, use it in their own videos that the original Vine Boom sound has become distorted for some people because they keep reusing and re-downloading and, like, remixing the sound from different videos, and it's gotten corrupted. It's an interesting concept that if you listen for it, you can understand whether somebody has legally bought the Vine Boom and used it, or has been, like, ripping it off of other people's videos ad nauseum. It's really funny. Anyway, I'm really worried about her. She didn't just seem upset. She seemed frightened. I can't explain it. It was just a look she gave me. What if something happened to her? Okay, let's not panic here. I'm sure this is all just a misunderstanding. How about you and I look around a bit and see if you can find her? Could we? Oh, I'm so sorry to bother you with this. It's not a problem. We should also look for those people you were with in the lounge car. Maybe we could talk to that couple again and anyone else who might have seen you together. Don't worry, Emma. We'll get to the bottom of this. Vines are a thing that we had before TikTok, and it was better than TikTok, and it wasn't subject to a very politicized acquisition process. Yeah, that Vine. The one that used to be owned by Twitter, and then Twitter killed it before Elon bought it. We miss Vine. And now it's back. Apparently it's now back as a source for AI videos. It is the untainted reserve that a bunch of AI companies are pulling content from. Yeah. Everything is terrible. Thank you, Chiaki. It was so pure. It's still pure. It is untouched by AI, except AI now just downloads all the videos and remixes them on our behalf, and everything is terrible now. All right. We have no time to lose. How about we start with the lounge car and see if any of those men came back? Sounds good to me. I'd like to have a word with the bartender, too. Oh, and this woman. Did you happen to get her name? What does she look like? Her name. Oh, shoot. Why can't I remember? My memory is fuzzy. For some reason, I thought it began with an A, but... Oh, no, don't worry. We're happy to chat along. It's called the streamer tax. We can always talk about stuff, you know? She was tall, with dark hair. She was wearing a gray coat and a dress, maybe in her late 20s, early 30s. I'm sorry, that's all that comes to mind. Alright, that's a start. Let's see what we can find out. Alright, save and think. Haven't used Twitch in 5,000 years. It's cool, it's cool. Well, I guess the term paper can wait. I'll help Emma out with this, then I'll get back to work. Check the area? My cabin. It's very cozy. It is. How about Emma? Emma seems really spooked. Just who exactly is this woman she met? I wonder what's really going on here. Stereo. What's with this boombox? My cabin doesn't have anything like that. I don't know. Looks like you can play CDs and cassettes or the radio. Huh. Neat. We should listen to something later. But let's figure out what happens to this woman. Here. Here. Huh? Oh, yeah. I just wanted to check my hair in the mirror real quick. Seriously? Thank you so much for the sub. Ah. Oh, wait. Hot dogs. Thank you so much. Okay, let's see. Seriously? I didn't know you cared so much about your appearance, Chiaki. Yeah, when you get, like, a hot dog stuck in your hair, you just gotta take it out, you know? Brush it out. Your hair looks fine. A little greasy from the hot dog, but fine. Now, can we get moving? A little greasy? Ugh. I should have used more shampoo this morning. My bed. It's really small, but I guess that makes sense. It does have to fit a train, after all. Here. Looks really nice outside, doesn't it? Yeah, kind of a shame to be cooped up in a train, honestly. It'd be a great day to check out the outdoor platform in the observation car. We should go later if we have time. Sure, we will. Let's see. I think we have everything. Let's go to... Okay. Let's go to the lounge car. Bartender. Even though he says he didn't. And there were 3 other people. And the 2 passerbys. Okay. Okay. I think that's everything. It's Cat's time. Hi, Lena. How are you doing? We are, a woman disappeared. So obviously, we need to go. The door to my cabin. We should use it, you know? To leave. Sick but staying silly. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope you can feel better soon. And, you know, no pressure in terms of interaction and stuff. You can just chill. Go to. Oh, wait. Before we go, do you have your notepad? You should take it with you, just in case you learn something important. Or if you get any ideas for your paper while you're out and about. Look, I'm writing that paper on the hot dogs. We already know this. Even now, still thinking about that term paper. Okay, I'll bring it. Note added. Emma, my friend, and the other student on Martin's directed study trip to Vendreka. She's a near graduating senior, about 1 year older than me. I first met her in my freshman year when my English professor encouraged me to go to the writing center for help on an essay I was working on. Emma was the student volunteer assigned to read my writing and offer feedback. I never considered myself a good writer, but she really believed in me, and my grade improved dramatically after I started following her advice. It's probably not an exaggeration to say that it's because of her that I wound up majoring in English literature. Anyway, we've been friends ever since, but she still sort of acts like she's my teacher, which is a little irritating. Missing woman? A woman, Emma says she met shortly after the train departed. Nobody has seen her since, and strangely, nobody seems to remember her being on the train except for Emma. Emma describes her as being in her late 20s, early 30s, with dark hair, wearing a gray coat and a dress. Emma doesn't remember her name, but thinks it begins with an A. Emma also said that the woman seemed uneasy, and that she didn't deserve Emma's kindness. This, understandably, has Emma kind of freaked out. I wonder what's going on here. I wonder if you can guess where I'm from? I'm guessing. I am guessing. But we're not going to say it out loud because that's like, I don't want to be weird about that. But I'm sure like we've met before. And that you said that you were going to add me on here. So, welcome. Hello. Vendreka. We never actually figured out what Vendreka is all about. Ah, I see. Wyoming. Ah, yes. Wyoming. Vendreka, a small English-speaking European country. Emma and I came to Vendreka as part of a directed study program under Professor Martin focused on 20th century Vendrekan literature. This looks a little bit like maybe just the north of... Oh, wait. Is that a Spanish flag right there? I'm not sure. I'm very fair. Wyoming. Yes, everyone is from Wyoming. If we ever... The Vendrekan Revolution. Oh, shit. A period of Vendrekan history in which Vendrekan revolutionaries fought for independence against the occupying country. It ended about 40 years ago, but the effects of it are still deeply felt in the country. Is this former France? Is this Portugal? Or no. Is this like fucking... What's that place? The Tip. That the British control. Okay. Martin. It's all Wyoming. Always. Gibraltar! Thank you very much, Sean. See, you understand because you understand that we're stupid. And you're willing to give us hints. Is Wyoming an American state? Yes, it is. Mine and Emma's professor. He's leading this directed study trip to Vendreka. Martin is originally from Vendreka, but moved out west following the Vendrekan Revolution about 40 years ago, eventually landing in America as an English literature professor. He has a reputation for being very strict and demanding. A lot of students take it as a personal challenge to try to impress him with their writing, but very few actually do. Emma's one of them, and I'm trying to be another. I haven't known him for very long, but Emma has studied with him for a couple of years. She swears by him, and I get the sense that he really values her as a pupil, but me, not so much. Witnesses, a bunch of people. According to Emma, there were a number of people who were witnesses, bartender, couple, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Study trip. Emma and I came to... What do you mean Wyoming is unfortunately a state? I mean, okay, fair. It is, unfortunately, a Republican state. Emma and I came to Vendreka as part of a study abroad program under Professor Martin to learn about 20th century Vendrekan literature. Kind of a niche subject, but it's been interesting learning about such an unfamiliar culture. Martin was invited back to his home country by an old friend, a Vendrekan senator named Gordon. I think it was Emma's idea to turn it into a study abroad trip, but I don't really know. If I'm being honest, I don't think that I belong on this trip, but Emma really wanted me to come. I don't want to disappoint her, but by saying no, but frankly, I feel a bit out of my depth with this subject, and I'm a little concerned my term paper is going to be a disaster. I'm trying my best, but I get the sense that Martin doesn't think I should have come either. What a name. Gordon. Yeah. Okay, we just read a lot, so I'm just going to make sure we don't ever have to read that again. I think we should go to the lounge. Okay. Let's go to the lounge car. Oh. Is that who I think it is? Not a lot of people here, huh? Yeah, I don't recognize anyone. Let's ask around. Maybe somebody here knows something. That guy talked to the bartender looks a little familiar, though. So Emma's technically just carrying you through your graduation and also carrying you around, like, physically. Yeah, Emma's probably got something for us. But, you know, who knows? Yeah, the train's moving. It's cool. It's nice. It's got a nice effect there. This is where the woman and I drank tea together. It was in that booth right there, on the left. There's just no way the bartender doesn't remember. He must have seen us. Well, maybe we can ask him again. He seems to be talking to someone, though. So this is the lounge car. Looks like there's a bunch of comfy seating, some booths, and a bar in the back. Maybe I should come back here to relax after me and Emma figure out what's going on. Looks like somebody's talking to the bartender. Who are you talking to? There's nobody in front of us. Let's have a look around to see if there's anybody we should try speaking to. Okay. The furniture looks very comfy in here. I'm surprised there's so few people around. It's a booth. Emma, the missing woman, sat in the other one this morning. This is the one Emma... Yeah, okay. Nothing interesting. Nothing interesting. Looks like the bartender is talking to someone. Who is that? Wait a second. Is that... It's you! Well, well, well. If it isn't my favorite murder suspect. Fancy meeting you here. Man, this guy's got lungs for days. Is he circular breathing here? Detective Daltrey, what are you doing here? Hey now, that's no way to greet an old friend, is it? And how are you doing, young lady? He breathes in with every other laugh. That's true. That's... Okay, that's very difficult. Oh, I'm... Okay. But, Detective, what are you doing here? As usual, nobody's happy to see me. But that's okay. No hard feelings. Let's just say I boarded this train on a hunch. I'm still investigating the case from last night. You know. We came into some new evidence and, it pointed you to this train? Wait, don't tell me. Is the killer on board? Whoa, 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 whoa. Easy now. I'm not saying that. Granted, I'm not saying that, but no. That's not specifically why I'm here. We have reason to believe there's a connection between this train and the case. So rather than let opportunity pass me by, well, here I am. He sounds terrifying. He probably does sound terrifying. He is a cop after all. Hey, Chiaki, you don't think the woman I met has something to do with Daltrey's case, do you? Huh. I don't know. It can't hurt to ask him about it, though. Talk. Hey, Detective. What else have you learned about the case? I really can't tell you much. Things have gotten a bit complicated. Oh, guess I could at least talk about the things we've announced publicly. Oh, alright. I'll at least tell you this. We ID'd the victim overnight. Turns out he was a Gambrican immigrant named Otto Keller. As far as we can tell, he was nobody special. Just one of thousands of immigrants among the population. No criminal record, nothing suspicious. A Gambrican immigrant named Otto Keller, huh? Okay. I think the detective still has more to say. Is there anything we should ask him more about? That's true. It's Detective Daltrey. Can't exactly say I ever expected to see him again. Ooh, lots of stuff. Okay. The victim was a Gambrican immigrant named Otto Keller. Okay. Crime scene. Well, I wasn't going to tell you this, but I feel like I owe you an explanation for why I kicked you off the scene last night. Right before I asked you to leave, we found something on the street that changed the tone of our investigation significantly. A small bullet. A bullet? Does that mean... Mm-hmm. And upon closer examination of the window fragments, we determined a gunshot is what likely shattered the glass. What an Adam's apple. Yes, he is a man's man. Hi, Poggers. We are doing okay. We're solving a murder. No gun was found at the scene, so there must have been someone else in the hotel room that last night. It's hard to say for sure what happened in there. All we know is that the victim, Otto, didn't make it out alive. Somebody else got away. That chin could cut glass. Well, good news is a gun shattered the glass, not the chin. Just like Poirot. As we often do, lots of murders around here. Yes, exactly. Let's talk about Gambrica. So Otto Keller was an immigrant from Gambrica? That's right. You know about Gambrica, don't you? Of course we do. It's an important part of what we're studying. Vendreka and Gambrica used to be one country, which for decades was under a military occupation. At the end of the Vendrekan Revolution, the country was split between the East and West. The West side gained its independence as Vendreka, and the East side remains under occupation as Gambrica to this day. Wow. You really know your stuff. Okay. Easy enough. Maybe we're in Yugoslavia. Possibly. Are we on the west side? We might be on the left side, yeah. The train. I can't be too specific, but let's just say we have reasons to believe that Otto Keller was connected to this train. I'm here to find out why. You don't know why he's connected, but you're here. You're a West Coaster? That's fair. The bartender. Oh, him? I was just getting a beer. Aren't you working? What's that supposed to mean? Jeez, are all American college students this uptight? It's just one drink. I intend to speak to everyone on the train eventually. That's part of my investigation. He's a bit of an, odd guy. Gives me the creeps, if I'm being honest. The bartender gives you creeps. Strange guy, that bartender. Okay. Otto Keller should be Otto von Keller, like the movies with every German villain ever. Well, here's the thing. Otto Keller isn't a villain. He is the victim here. He has been murdered. Missing woman. I don't think I've seen any women fitting that description. Why do you ask? Oh, it's a long story. I just haven't been able to find her since this morning, and nobody I've asked seems to remember seeing her. Missing woman, huh? That's peculiar. Well, I'll keep an eye out for her. I plan on speaking to just about everyone on this train, so I'm sure I'll see her eventually. Man, a couple dead bodies. A couple dead bodies? A couple dead bodies? Did you just say a couple? A missing woman? What's going on these days? Yeah, man, it's nuts. Wait, what did he just say? Is it just me, or did he just say a couple dead bodies? Do you think he misspoke? I don't know. Now I'm really curious what's going on with this case. Now you're thinking of Helen Keller. No, she was just blind. And also couldn't hear. Okay, so she had a lot going on for her. The victim is the murderer, yeah. Let's see, about the case. Detective, what did you mean by a couple of dead bodies? Huh? What? Did I say that? Yes, Detective, you did. I heard it too. Alright, you got me. Curse my big mouth. Fine, fine. I'll tell you. This morning, we discovered something that has turned this whole case on its head. Another murder victim. No way. Another victim? Alright, we'll talk about the second victim after the ads. 3 minutes? In a bit, yeah. Go stretch your legs, get some water. It's been like 2 hours. Just one more victim? Does that warrant a couple of people? Yeah, probably. 2 people are dead. That's a lot of people dead in one murder mystery. Alright, we'll be back in 3 minutes. Welcome back. Did you stretch your legs? I hope you stretched your legs. We stretched our legs. Anyway, 2 dead bodies? That's 1 more than last night. You didn't. You sat there drawing. Remember to do your stretches, including that one that's apparently incredibly useless. The other murder. At about 5 o'clock this morning, a lawyer named Edison Maxwell was found dead in his home with a knife in his back. How is this related? It was a very strange crime scene. Nothing appeared to have been stolen, nor was there any sign of a struggle. Just poor Maxwell, face first in his dinner plate. Oh, that's just awful. I agree. Such a waste of good prime rib. I wouldn't shed a tear for Maxwell, honestly. Rumors floated around for years about him. Blackmail, forging evidence, financial scams, you name it. We were never able to nail him on anything, unfortunately, and now I guess we never will. Bummer, right? Okay, he sucked. Great. Okay, so somebody else was murdered, but what does that have to do with this case? Okay, about this case, we have 2 victims now. Thank you. So the other murder. What does this have to do with the hotel case? Aha! I'm glad you asked. So after a tiny bit of digging, we discovered Maxwell actually had a housekeeper. And his name was Otto Keller, the victim from the hotel. It's too early to say whether or not Keller was involved in Maxwell's murder, but, well, sure is too strange to be a coincidence, isn't it? I see. Well, it doesn't seem like he knows anything about her. But the new evidence in the case is fascinating, isn't it? Yeah, and a little eerie, honestly. It seems like it's even more serious than we realized. We should probably leave him to his investigation. I don't want to distract him. I don't know. He seems to have no problem finding ways to distract himself. That's just about all we know at this point. Huh? How about that? I said I couldn't tell you much, but kind of told you a whole lot, didn't I? Oops. Well, whatever. It's fine. I trust you two. Just don't share anything I just told you, okay? We won't, Detective. Thank you. I should get back to work. I have quite a lot of people to speak to, and not a lot of time. So, with that, I bid you farewell. Good luck finding your mystery woman. What do you think we should do now, Chiaki? I think it's about time we talk to that bartender. Okay. What can I get you? Oh, nothing for me. If you don't mind, we wanted to ask you a few quick questions. Hello again. Ah, yes. The girl. Ask away. Oh, that's a good sound. That's a good music. Let's think. I don't know what this guy has to say. I hope he tells the truth this time. The bar looks pretty fancy up close. Maybe I'll come back tonight for a nightcap. Wait, is the legal drinking age here again? This bartender looks kind of scary. Our drink selection is quite a bit more varied than what you'd see on display here. Many take interest in the various wines we have available, much of which is produced by a famous movie director. I heard he's funding his next film project almost entirely with the proceeds from his winery, as he couldn't secure funding in any other way. Why we carry his products in such high volume, I couldn't say. Perhaps someone in the train company is a fan. Wow, this cash register looks ancient. Okay, I think that's everything. Cool. Let's talk about the detective real quick. That man said he was a detective. Is that true? Yeah, he's investigating a murder case. Murder, huh? I see. Is the owner of the winery making Megalopolis? Who knows? Who can say? A murder case. Very intriguing. You want to know about me? I mix drinks. I sell them. And then, I watch. Normal? That's a very normal bartender, okay. You watch? To make sure my customers are enjoying them, of course. Daltrey was right. This guy gives me the creeps. Drinks? We have a varied selection of both alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages here. Our tea, in particular, is quite popular. Would you like something? Would you like something? Okay. Okay. Let's talk about the missing woman, then. There was no woman. The girl came here by herself. There was no woman. He's lying again, Chiaki. I swear, she was here. I believe you. It's just, why would he lie? It doesn't make sense. I don't know. I don't think he's gonna change his mind, so maybe we should try asking him about something else. Maybe. But I kind of want to keep pressing him. Okay. Let's see what else he has to say. The girl came to me, bought 1 cup of tea, drank it, and left. Only 2 other customers have ordered drinks today. If anyone else had gotten a drink with the girl, I'd know. Interesting. Can we see the register? Customers. It's been a slow day. I remember each transaction very clearly. The girl ordered a cup of tea. Sometime after she left, a woman came in and ordered a glass of wine. And just a moment ago, the man calling himself a detective ordered a beer. That's all. 3 drinks, no more, no less. Are you sure you're not forgetting any? My. Such little faith in my recollection. See for yourself. The cash register keeps track of every transaction I make per day. The number goes up for every individual drink sold, and it quite clearly says 3. So he's saying the cash register tracks how many drinks he sold, huh? Let me take a look at this. He's right. It says 3. Well, okay. So we know 3 drinks were sold. 1 to Emma, 1 to Daltrey, and 1 to some other woman that got a glass of wine. I wonder. He's lying, but why? Let's see what else he has to say, okay? Would you like something? Tell me about the other woman who ordered wine. Can you describe the woman who ordered the glass of wine? If you must know. She was a very glamorous woman, in a sparkling purple dress. She was quite rude and boisterous. That doesn't sound anything like the woman Emma described, so I guess it wasn't her. I know what you're thinking, Chiaki, but there's no way that was her. Besides, both of us drank tea together. We didn't have any wine. Tea, huh? Okay. So, you serve tea here, yeah? Our tea is a very special blend made of ingredients native to Vendreka. It is well known for its delicate flavor, minty aroma, and its strength. Many experience a sulfuric effect when they drink too much, and subsequently report quite vivid dreams. Tell me, girl, did you experience such a phenomenon? Well, yes. I did take a nap shortly after drinking it, but I thought so. Even a small dose could be likely to cause drowsiness in a girl of your height and weight. Though I must admit, a dream so vivid you believe it was real, creating a woman in your mind. That, for me, is new, and will require further research. Research? Just what kind of experiment is this man running? Ooh, that does not look good for Emma. You okay, dear? I've heard enough of this. I'm gonna go for a walk. I just need to clear my head a bit, I think. Let's talk about this research, though. What exactly did you mean by research? The tea I serve is my own concoction. I've dedicated my life to the pursuit of creating exotic beverages. Therefore, when I create new formulas, they require testing. My customers are my subjects. Is that legal? What exactly are you putting in these drinks? Relax. It's just tea. I'm not a pharmacist. My drinks are harmless and delicious. Would you like one? No, thank you. So be it. What a guy! Okay. I've only sold 3 drinks. Okay. A murder case, very intriguing. Okay. Such a vivid dream. Fascinating. There was no woman. Okay, I see. Interesting. This bartender looks kind of scary. Okay. Emma left. Think. Poor Emma. That comment about the tea seems to have really bothered her. What if it was just a dream? No. There's just no way Emma would confuse a dream with reality. Think. What else can I ask this guy about? That's right. The other witnesses. Emma said there was an old man and a pair of guys in polos, right? Yes, I remember the men you speak of. 2 men in polos left about an hour ago. They ordered no drinks, so I paid little attention to them. The old man also ordered no drinks, so I paid little attention to him as well. He has been gone for quite some time. Is there anything else you can tell me about them? Is there anything else you can tell me about them? The men in polos were having quite a lively and irritating conversation. What about, I cannot say. The old man, however... Well, I shouldn't speculate. I'll just say he struck me as a tad out of place. Out of place? What does that mean? I saw them, but they are no longer here. Okay, let's think about this. I think that's just about all I'm gonna get out of this guy. I wonder where Emma went. Probably best not to bother her for now. The only thing left to check is the couple Emma said she ran into with the woman on the way here earlier. They were in a cabin near the observation car, right? Maybe I'll go check it out. Alright. Otto Keller, the man who was killed at the hotel we were staying at in Bindreka the other night. He fell from the 5th story. According to Daltrey, Otto was a Gambrican immigrant who worked as a housekeeper for a lawyer named Edison Maxwell. Maxwell was also found dead in his home not long after Otto was killed. Daltrey says Otto was connected to the train somehow, so they must have found some evidence to suggest that. Was he planning to take a trip to London before he died? Okay. Gambrica and the Vendrica. Okay, I don't think we need... Bartender. The bartender working in the lounge car on the train claims that the missing woman Emma is talking about never existed. He claims that only 3 drinks were sold the morning that Emma supposedly shared tea with the missing woman. He says he sold 1 cup of tea to Emma, 1 glass of wine to another woman, and a beer to Detective Daltrey. His cash register, which tracks the number of sales that are made per day, very clearly said 3. This guy is an absolute creep. Lord knows what he's putting in his experimental tea blends. Still though, why would he lie about never seeing the missing woman? He's definitely hiding something from us. Alrighty. Let's go to the cabin car. Oh, it's evening. Well, I've checked every other nearby cabin. This has to be the one. I'm glad we, truncated that. Come on. There has to be something. Wait. I recognize that voice. Emma? Hi, Chiaki. What brings you here? I was just investigating. Oh, cool. Me, too. Are you going through these people's things? What? No, it's not what it looks like, Chiaki. You see, this is the cabin that couple I mentioned was in, right? I was going to talk to them again, but they weren't here. And, the door was open, so... Okay, fine. It's exactly what it looks like. But Chiaki, I swear, these 2 are hiding something. Emma, you're breaking and entering. Well, entering. What? I missed that. Oh no. Like they were surprised. I'm certain they recognized her. Okay, so the 2 absolutely recognized the woman that she was with and seemed concerned about it. Oh, Chiaki, I know I shouldn't be doing this. It's just... I'm just looking for any evidence that she exists at all. It wasn't just a dream, I'm sure of it. Oh, Emma. Okay, I'll help you look, but let's make this quick before we get caught. Are you sure? I feel bad for dragging you into this. Let's just hurry up before they come back. Okay. Let's just save this real quick. That's a hat. I shouldn't take that. Don't think these playing cards are a clue. Want the bottle of aspirin? Do you have a headache, Chiaki? No. I'm fine. This probably isn't a clue. Chiaki, you're not getting any ideas about the jewelry case, are you? Huh? No, of course not. If there's a jewelry in there, I could probably pay off my student loans with a fraction of what it's worth. But oh well. Chiaki, why are you taking a flower out of that pot? Oh, I don't know. It's for you? That's very sweet of you, Chiaki. Now please put it back. Okay. Huh, okay. Nothing to take here. Take here. I don't think there's anything to take here. Interesting. Discuss. Let's keep looking. Okay, I guess we should... This room looks very expensive. It's like a whole suite. Whoever these people are, they must be pretty rich to be able to afford a cabin like this. Okay. What is this? That's a pretty comfy looking couch. Okay. Kind of an odd place for a mirror, but it sure does look fancy. Is this a top hat? You know, there were a lot of men wearing hats like this in Vendreka, weren't there? It was like we time traveled back into the 1940s. I think it's cute. Men should go back to wearing hats in America, don't you think? Sure, but does this hat look a little, I don't know, stupid? You try it on. I bet you'd look great. I think we should hurry up and find some real evidence instead. Okay, you're right. But you're also no fun. We're breaking and entering. Looks like a deck of playing cards. And that looks like a bottle of aspirin. A jewelry box. Oh my, I wonder what kind of jewelry is in there. Could be worth a fortune. Kind of careless to just leave this out in the open. Yeah, they're lucky it's just us in here, and not actual thieves. We shouldn't be here either, Emma. Wait, what? Jackie, what are you doing? Don't just open it. I didn't. The train hit a bump or something and it opened on its own. Oh, is that right? I'm serious. But, you know, now that it's open, I guess we could take a look. Playing cards. This isn't jewelry. A bunch of random playing cards? Do you think they came from the deck on the table there? Maybe, but what are they doing in the jewelry case? I don't know, but it's awfully strange. I wonder if there's something significant about these cards in particular. Jack, make a note of which cards are in the case. Maybe it'll come in handy later. Can't imagine this will be helpful, but alright, sure. Whatever makes you happy. Alright, done. Now let's close this back up, just to be safe. Okay. Nothing here. Look at the size of that bed. I can't believe this even fits in the train. It's a painting of a young couple in a garden. Oh, what a beautiful painting. Such a passionate depiction of young love. The brushstrokes make it look impressionistic. This was probably painted in the late 1800s or early 1900s. Since when are you such an art enthusiast? Oh, I'm not really. I just took an art history course my freshman year as a breadth requirement. It was fun though, and now I can trick people into thinking I'm super cultured whenever I see fine art. Well, it could have fooled me. The couch looks pretty cozy. Is it just me or is there something shiny between the cushions? Let's take a look. Oh, you're right. This looks like a wedding ring, maybe? This must belong to one of them. You think so? I don't know. I have a hard time believing a married person would drop their ring so carelessly. Maybe we should take a closer look at it. Alright. Let's take a closer look at this ring. Damn, all this menuing just to look at a ring. Looks like there's an engraving on the inside. It's in a language I don't recognize, though. Let me see. I think this is in Vendreka's native language. But Bendreka is an English-speaking country, isn't it? Yes, but historically, before the country's occupation, it had its own language that the majority of the citizens spoke. It's sort of obsolete now, though. I wonder what it says. Okay. Discuss it? Oh, I know what we should do. Let's show this ring to the Professor Martin. I'm sure he could translate it for us. But what if the couple finds out we took it? Oh, come on, Chiaki. It was wedged between two couch cushions. They probably don't even know it was there. If it turns out it's theirs, we'll just return it later and say we found it somewhere else on the train. It'll be fine. How do we know? How do they know? How will we know that it was theirs to begin with? This plan is full of holes. I have to know what this ring says. Maybe our only clue. Alright. I'll hold on to it. Now, let's get out of here, quick. Uh-oh. Hello, sir. We were just leaving. We got lost, and, what is with this guy? Isn't he gonna say anything? Monty, dear, can you get me an aspirin? My head is pounding. What's this? We have guests? Oh, hello again. Oh, it's you. Didn't I already tell you I haven't the faintest idea what you're talking about? What are you doing in our cabin? That's, well, you see, we just, well, you know, it's a funny story. We were, okay, it's like this, well, you know, it's funny. What's that, dear? You're saying you invited these two into our cabin? Huh? Oh, Monty, what am I going to do with you? Surely you could at least be a bit more discerning when selecting guests. Are we a third and a fourth? What's that supposed to mean? Anyway, did he just cover for us? Yeah. Phew. I don't know why he did, but thanks, Monty. We're sorry to bother you, but would you mind if we asked you a couple of questions? We're just trying to solve a mystery. I really am in no mood for an interrogation. Monty dear, where is that aspirin? Man, I wonder what this guy's deal is. He's being awfully dramatic about this headache. So these are the people who can afford this ridiculous room. Is she okay? Let's see. Let's talk. Monty, please, where is the aspirin? I simply cannot stand this headache any longer. These two must be loaded to be able to afford this room. Yes. Is she okay? I mean, it is, the aspirin's right there. You don't remember where you put the bottle? Oh, Monty, what am I supposed to do? I know where it is. Oh, my head. What am I to do? Jackie, didn't we see an aspirin bottle in here a minute ago? Here it is. Let's give this to her before she collapses. Don't show the ring! We found the aspirin bottle. You did? Quickly, give it to me. Oh, you're a lifesaver. What would I have done without you? Who still takes aspirin in 2025? Who knows? Vendreka seems a little behind. I don't know. Look a little to your left, maybe? I'm feeling better already. I suppose looks aren't everything. You were actually somewhat helpful. You said you wanted to ask us some questions, yes? I suppose we can spare some of our time, please. But please, make it quick. My name is Veda, and this is my husband, Monty. What do you want? Okay, what happens? What happens if we are stupid enough to do this? Hey, did you, either of you two lose a wedding ring? We found this in one of the train cars, and... Lose a wedding ring? Don't be ridiculous, dear. Monty and I would never be so careless with the symbol of our eternal love. Nor would I ever be caught dead with a ring that cheap. I see. Whoever bought that must have gotten it from a homeless person outside the jewelry store. She certainly isn't wearing a ring, no. If Monty proposed to me with that disgraceful piece of junk, I'd have dumped him on the spot. Of course, Monty would never have done such a thing. He knows what I'm worth. Isn't that right, darling? Okay, Monty. Monty? His outfit sure is interesting. But why isn't he saying anything? And what about Veda? This woman seems like a real piece of work. Okay. How about this? I should tread carefully around that jewelry box. I don't want her to get the idea that we're here to steal from her. Here? Are you trying to look in the mirror? Well, you probably should. Your hair is awfully greasy. I can't believe you walk around like that. Oh no. Emma said the same thing. Just how greasy is my hair? Don't listen to her, Chiaki. It's not that bad. You'd probably benefit from running a brush through it, though. But it's fine. Maybe I should get a higher haircut. Might be better off bald at this point, honestly. Oh no. That was an achievement. Isn't this such a lovely painting? A passionate romance, quite befitting of my husband and I. Yeah, I agree. It's very, impressionistic, right? What an unsophisticated observation. Those who know nothing should say nothing. But it is, isn't it, Emma? It is, but it doesn't sound very convincing when you say it. I can't take much more of this. It's not very convincing when you say it. Alright, let's talk. Have you seen this woman? I'm looking for a woman. I already told the young lady. Monty and I haven't any idea what she's talking about. Why is Emma being rude now? I don't know. I think we're just a punching bag. Anytime it's convenient to punch us, it just happens. Monty, was it? Monty, is everything okay? You haven't spoken since you got here. You're wasting your time, dear. Monty doesn't speak. He doesn't speak? Correct. Monty prefers to leave all the talking to me. Is that right, darling? Do you remember seeing Emma earlier? Oh, is that her name? Other than the time she so rudely interrupted our lunch to interrogate us with nonsensical questions, no, I can't say I do. But... Oh, do you disagree? Are you calling me a liar, young lady? No, ma'am, I'm sorry. It's alright, dear. It isn't your fault you weren't taught any manners as a child. I forgive you. Oh, just ignore her, Emma. We're just gonna let her keep laughing. Maybe she'll choke out. We have no idea what she's talking about. Okay. If he doesn't speak, then... Back to Monty. If he doesn't speak, then... How do I know what he's thinking? Dear, when you've been in a relationship as long as us two, you don't need words to understand each other. Monty and I are a team. Perhaps someday you'll learn what it means to be truly in love, like the two of us. I wonder how much her idea of true love involves expensive jewelry. Monty, what do you do for a living? The man is considering jumping out, I know. It's none of your business how my husband makes his money. Ignore him, Monty. Okay. Veta. So, what do you do, Miss Veta? What do I do? What an insipid question! A woman of my stature has no need to work for a living. It would be embarrassing. Not that the two of you would understand. You both look distinctly middle class. This is exhausting. Monty and I are well known in Vendreka high society. I wouldn't expect a couple of obvious tourists like you two to understand. Okay. Man, she sucks. I'm glad that she's rich and never has to talk to anyone. The train. My husband and I are going on holiday to London. Monty doesn't like flying, so we're taking the train. We're going on holiday to London. Hey, Veta. Did you by chance get a glass of wine in the lounge car earlier? What's it to you if I had a glass of wine? Can't I have a drink without being under surveillance? I'm sorry, I was just curious. If you must know. Yes, I ordered a glass of wine, the finest Chardonnay they had on offer. That dreadful bug-eyed bartender tried to offer me some other swill, but I simply won't drink anything else. Okay, she only drinks Chardonnay. Good to know. Alright, that's enough. It's getting late. Monty and I need to get ready for bed. Did we answer your questions to your satisfaction? Will you leave us alone now? Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Veta. You're quite welcome. It's not often I'm very generous with my time, you know. You should feel lucky. Oh, we do, Miss Veta. Very lucky indeed. Don't be snarky now. It's quite unbecoming of a young lady like yourself. Now both of you, out! Okay. Well, that was that. So they suck, and are obviously involved somehow, and are probably hiding something. I don't know about you, but I think I'm starting to get a headache now. Emma? Are you alright, Emma? I'm sorry we didn't get much more information. It's okay, Chiaki. We didn't leave completely empty-handed, right? Yeah, the ring. Let's go talk to Professor Martin before it gets too late. If nothing else, he can at least help us translate the engraving. Oh, and Chiaki, Let's not mention anything about the missing woman. I don't want to burden him with it, too. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like he seemed a bit tired lately. We should try not to disturb him for too long. Sure. No problem. Professor Martin, he's probably reading in his cabin or something. Professor Martin, after everything we've been through today, I think it'll be nice to see a friendly face for a change. I hope this helps Emma feel better. She'd never admit it, but I can tell she's pretty upset. Over to Martin's cabin. Yes, who is it? Oh, that's a nice cabin. Oh, Emma, Chucky. Come in, come in. I haven't seen you both all day. How are you doing? We're good. How about you? Have you been enjoying the ride? Yes. I've settled in quite comfortably. This has given me the chance to catch up on some reading, and the time to grade some papers for my other classes. Why don't you both have a seat? We haven't had much time to talk these past few days. I'd love to hear your thoughts on our trip. Sure. Come on, Chucky. Yeah, sure. Guess the ring can wait a little bit. So, what did you two think of our trip? Did you have a nice time? Oh, it was wonderful. Vendreka is so beautiful. The natural landscape is unlike anything I've ever seen before. Huh. I'm glad you think so. I've always felt my country's natural beauty was among its greatest strengths. And you, Chiaki? What did you think of your time in Vendreka? Oh, yeah, I agree. It was beautiful, and those hot dogs were unreal. We've just typecast. Selecting those hot dogs is gonna make us completely screwed, aren't we? But, yes. Well, I hope you know I'm expecting great term papers from both of you. This trip was more than just a vacation after all. Bad answer. You can count on us, Professor. I've already begun drafting my paper, and I'm sure Chiaki has well. The hot dog paper is the true ending. I know it should be. Yeah. Professor, can I ask you something about Vendreka? It's for my paper. Yes, of course. What would you like to know? Before our trip, you emphasized Chiaki and I the importance of the Vendrekan Revolution. But when we visited the Vendrekan History Museum, there was barely any material about it on display at all. It's true that some 40 years ago, the country we now call Vendreka was split in two, with the west side gaining its independence as Vendreka, and the east side, now called Gambrika, remaining under military occupation, correct? Yes, that's correct. This period of Vendrekan history seems so critical. Shouldn't it have been more of a focus of the exhibit? Very astute question, Emma. Truth be told, I hope that one of you might have noticed this peculiarity. For all of Vendreka's virtues, the reality is that my country has something of a troubled past, of which the revolution was a part. I should know. After all, I was there. Did you participate in the revolution, Professor? Well, I was about your age at the time it took place, so it was hard not to get swept up in all the activity. No, the revolution was okay. It was people afterwards, probably. The revolution's goals were admirable. We wished to be free from the occupation that had plagued us for centuries. And regrettably, the only way that point could be heard was through violent insurrection. Our occupier's military force was strong. but so too was the will of my people. And also the whole occupation thing. Yeah. Eventually, to stop the violence, both parties agreed to a compromise. Though it's this compromise that I feel was my country's biggest mistake. In the years since, the country has split in two. Vendreka has prospered. Quality of life is better than it has ever been. The citizens live well and are happy, but the same cannot be said for Gambrika. In the intervening years, Gambrika has become a desolate place. Not only does it remain under occupation, but violence and poverty are the norm for its people. The compromise was never supposed to be the end. Gambrika's independence was always intended to come close behind, but the truth is, the pursuit of peace and independence, Vendreka abandoned Gambrika. And to this day, the prevailing viewpoint on the subject is to look the other way. That's unbelievable. Of course, not all Vendrekans choose to live in ignorance. In recent years, many of the country's leaders have worked to make Vendreka a welcoming place for Gambrican refugees. Among them is Senator Gordon, my friend. Oh, yeah. It was Senator Gordon who invited you back to Vendreka to visit, right? This trip wouldn't have happened without him. That is correct. I hadn't seen him for some 40 years. The whole trip has been quite nostalgic for me, I must admit. You know, I've been wondering, why did you move to America, Professor? Well, as much as I do love my home country, my passion has always been for English literature, as well as teaching. After finishing my undergraduate degree, I promptly moved to London to continue my studies. I eventually accepted a teaching position at the University of London, and was later offered further opportunities in America. Next thing I knew, I've been away from home for nearly 40 years. My, how time flies. So Gambrika is their Bosnia. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was like some folks were actually from there and just writing in that vein. Anyway, since I've been gone, I've of course kept up with the political situation in my home country. I thought it would be illuminating for you both to see it firsthand. Prosperity often comes at a price, and for Vendreka that price was Gambrika. Never forget that it is our responsibility not to turn a blind eye to the plight of our neighbors, even if doing so is the path of least resistance. I'm thankful that leaders like Senator Gordon have worked tirelessly to welcome Gambrican refugees into Vendreka with open arms. And I dream of a day that reunification of our countries can be realized. Wow, the political situation in Vendreka is more complicated than I thought. What were you even studying, sir? Of course, Emma picked up on it right away. She's so much more perceptive than I am. It's no wonder Martin likes her so much. Meanwhile, all I can think to say is how much I like those stupid hot dogs. Ugh, such an idiot. She's the one studying? Yeah, but also we should be studying too. Oh, by the way, I wanted to ask, is this a photo album on the table, Professor? Oh, yes, I was just looking through it earlier, reminiscing. Most of the photos are from when I was a student in Vendreka. I suppose I was right about your age. Do you mind if we took a look? Not at all, though these photos are so old I wonder if you'll even recognize me. Yes, we can. Well, what do you think? Can you tell which one is me? It's this guy. It's this guy! thought it was established Emma is the brains of the operation and just does your homework. That's true. It's gotta be him, right? Oh, don't tell me. Is this you, Professor, in the middle? Very perceptive, Emma. Yes, that is me. Well, you haven't changed your hair since. Yeah, I know, right? You don't look that much different. Your hair is just a little messier now. Damn, she beat me to it. Who are the other two people in the photo? I'm guessing the one on the left is Gordon. On the left is Senator Gordon. Though back then he was just a political science student. And next to me on the right is my old friend Meyer, another literature student. Just double check something. Okay, it was Maxwell. Oh, did you visit Meyer on the trip as well? In a sense, yes. Meyer was killed about a year after this photo was taken during uprising. Oh my. I'm so sorry. Oh, it's alright. It's in the past now. I was able to visit his grave to pay my respects. He was a great friend. And I'm glad I knew him when I did. Oh, thank you. That is quite helpful. Hello, Tyr. Welcome. Lots and lots of talking. How are you doing tonight, dear? We have been settling in to trying to find a missing woman that doesn't seem to exist, and now we are learning about the Vendrecken history according to Professor Martin. Just vibing? Sounds good. As I said, as much as the revolution was necessary for our country's freedom, it was not without sacrifices. It is, of course, important to fight for our ideals, but in practice, revolution is a violent business. And I pray that none of my students will ever have to experience anything like it. Damn, Martin's really been through a lot, hasn't he? Yeah. Well, it's getting rather late. I'm going to get ready for bed. And thank you for talking to me, you two. I hope the conversation was illuminating. Thanks, Professor. Have a good night. Oh, wait, Emma. We had something we wanted to show Professor Martin, right? Oh, that's right. I almost forgot. What's this? You have something to show me? Show the ring. Hey, Professor, we found this ring on the tomb. There's an engraving on it, but we think it's in Vendrecken, so we're not sure what it says. Would you be able to translate it for us? A ring? Sure, let me take a look. Well, you're right. This is definitely Vendrecken, though the style of the engraving suggests an Eastern influence. If I had to guess, I'd say this ring comes from Gembrika. The engraving says, "To my beloved, AK." AK. No, okay. To my beloved AK. Didn't Emma say the woman she met had a name that began with A? You said you found it on the train. It appears to be a wedding ring. What a devastating thing to lose. Yeah, we've been trying to find who it belongs to. Well, whoever is the ring's owner, they can't have gone far. You'll have plenty of time to search for them tomorrow. Can I have the ring back, Professor? Huh? Oh, yes, of course. We should thank Martin for translating the engraving, Chiaki. Yeah, we should. Thank you for the translation, Professor. Of course. It's been quite some time since I've read Vendrecken writing. It reminds me of my childhood. We won't take up any more of your time, Professor. Thanks again. Think nothing of it. Good night, you two. Good night, Professor. Hey, Chiaki. How about we go back to your cabin for a bit? I want to talk about what we found out today. Sure. Alright, we're gonna hit an ad, so we'll start that section once we get through. It is getting a little late, though. Let's finish out this chapter. I think we can finish. I think we're about there. So, yeah, we'll just let the ad go. And probably about, like, maybe about 15 more minutes of stuff, and we'll wrap things up and raid on out. All right. We'll see ya in about 3 minutes. Cirno can do whatever she wants because she's strong. That does mean that we can't do anything here, but we do have a bunch of daggers that we can use to stab Cirno. And I'm sorry, chat, but we have to stab Cirno for the good of humanity. Bam, she's dead. It's fucking beautiful. Also, like, the one pink beat. God, she is so perfect. She is so perfect, and I am never rolling another thing. Well, I guess I have one more roll, but, like, that's not a roll that I'm gonna make, right? Okay, I don't care about you. Bye. Okay. Wow, we're learning so much things today. We're learning so much today. Wow. Did you know that we're really dumb? Okay. Animals, you know, animals are really cute.
There's
so
something I wanted to talk to you about.
Yeah.
So,
I'm available. I swing both ways. I like cats. Call it that. Guess what, chat? Guess what? No, you don't understand. You must call it skeet. Because skeeting is what it's kind of like shooting a few rounds into the air to keep the rent down in your neighborhood, right? You will die before you call it skeet, and we throw it fruitlessly against the wall one more time for this goddamn dragon. New Year's luck, come on. Oh. Oh, that's gold. That's gold. Oh. That's not her! That's not her! Are you saying I'm grounded? Or whatever it is, let's go. Ma'am! Ma'am? Well, that was a little embarrassing. Welcome back. Okay. We've been staring at Professor Martin's eyes for like a good 4 minutes. He's very dreamy. It's time to go back to our cabin. Man, I'm exhausted. So much has happened today. I can hardly keep track of it all in my head. Tell me about it. Maybe we should go over everything we found out today, see where we're at. Good idea. Oh, I know. How about I quiz you? Oh God, are we getting tested for this? Is this how we're... Oh my God. Chat, were you paying attention to any of this? Because, we might be fucked. We're supposed to be writing a term paper about Vendrekken Revolution and literature. Quiz me? What do you mean? Yeah, why not? I want to see if you've really been paying attention here. This is how Emma flirts? Maybe. She needs to always be your teacher. Everywhere. Including in the bed. Oh, yeah. I mean, do I have to, Oh, come on, Chiaki. It'll be fun. Just let me know when you're ready. It's fine. If you want to relax for a bit before we get into it, though. I mean, I think we've gotten most of everything we need. Aww. Meyer. He was killed in a skirmish during the Vendrekken Revolution. Both him and Martin were literature students. Monty... According to Veda, he doesn't speak at all. When he asks about what he does for a living, Veda shut us down. I wonder what his story is. He looks like he probably owns a bunch of stocks. Playing cards. Man, I was kidding about the flirting, but now I think it's serious. Oh dear. We found 8 playing cards in the jewelry box in the wealthy couple's cabin. They were as follows: the 8 of spades, the 5 of diamonds, the jack of clubs, 3 of hearts, king of spades, 2 of clubs, queen of diamonds, ace of hearts. I wonder why these cards in particular were put there. Interesting. The ring, which has to my beloved AK. The Vendrekken Revolution. According to Martin, the split between the Vendrekken and Gambrica was a compromise made between the revolutionaries and the occupiers. It was only a partial victory, and in the years since, Vendrekken has essentially abandoned Gambrica, meaning the latter country has become a desolate and dangerous place, while the former has thrived. Okay. Gordon. Okay, I think we've more or less gotten everything we need. You're gonna quiz me, huh? She really enjoys playing teacher, doesn't she? Well, alright. I'll humor her, if it makes her happy. Well, this sure wasn't how I expected to be spending the train ride, but I have to admit, investigating a mystery with Emma has been a lot of fun. I know I should be thinking about my term paper, but... Am I ready? No, let's read our notes and chill for a sec. Not yet. Let me relax for a bit. So what's up? Hey, is everything all right? Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. I was just thinking about Martha. Martha? Who's that? My puppy. Haven't I ever mentioned her? I haven't been back to my parents' place in a while. I miss her. Do you have any pets, Chiaki? Well, we had a turtle when I was a kid. He was my buddy. Aw, what was his name? My parents let me name him, and I named him Tom. Tom the Turtle, huh? Laugh all you want. Tom and I had something special. You wouldn't get it. I see. Tom the Turtle. You're funny, Chiaki. Okay. Term paper? Still looking for ideas, huh? Try not to stress out about it too much, Chiaki. Something will come to you. It always does. Don't worry. You'll think of something sooner or later. And I know it'll be great. Great. Alright, let's do that review then. Am I ready? Yes. Bring on the quiz. Alright. Let's start at the beginning. I met a woman in the observation car this morning. We shared a drink in the lounge car, then agreed to meet for lunch. But when I tried to find her a few hours later, she was missing, and everyone I spoke to acted like she never existed in the first place. So I came to you for help. We decided we'd try to find her, and went to the lounge car to look for clues. First thing we did was run into Detective Daltrey. Right? That was a surprise. He's continuing his investigation from last night. The murder at the hotel. Do you remember what he said about the name of the victim was? It was Edison Maxwell. No, it was Otto Keller. James Stewart! Yeah, that's right. The man who was killed at the hotel was the Gambrican immigrant named Otto Keller. Apparently, there was some connection between him and this train. But that isn't even the craziest part. It turns out Otto Keller was also working as a housekeeper for another man who was found dead early this morning. Some shady lawyer named Edison Maxwell. He was alone at his dinner table with a knife in his back. How gruesome. I wonder what all of this has to do with this train. It kind of scares me, honestly. What about you? What do you think about the detective's case? What interests me about Daltrey's case? I want to know what Otto was doing at our hotel last night. I'm curious about the bullet they found at the scene. I don't really give a shit. Interesting. The bullet is something, but I think the biggest question is, what was Otto doing there? Now that you mention it, it's pretty freaky how the case seems to be following us. First our hotel, now our train. I sure hope it doesn't follow us onto our plane home too. Is Martin involved in this? Like, is Martin secretly killing people? At any rate, Daltrey didn't seem to know anything about this missing woman, so we talked to the bartender next. That creep was insistent that his experimental tea blend made me hallucinate the woman's existence. I thought I was going crazy. To be honest, Emma, you did go a little crazy. With sneaking into someone else's room and all. That's not funny, Chiaki. I'm not proud of that, you know? And besides, you're skipping ahead. The bartender told us he only sold 3 drinks this morning, which was confirmed by the cash register's records. Do you remember what drinks he said were ordered? 1 tea, 1 wine, 1 beer, 2 teas, 1 beer, 3 beers. Beers. 1 tea, 1 wine, and 1 beer. Exactly. He said I got a cup of tea, but only 1, and that I was by myself. He said a different woman got a glass of wine, which we later learned was Veta, and that Detective Daltrey got a beer. That's all 3 drinks accounted for, and none left for the missing woman to have had. It makes no sense. Anyway, speaking of Veta, I was certain that her and Monty saw me and the woman on our way to the lounge car earlier. This isn't how cash registers work when you order something with someone. Yeah, that's true. We actually need to know the ledger. After leaving the lounge car, I went back to their cabin to talk to them again, but they weren't there. And you decided to let yourself in. Correct. Then you joined me. and we searched the cabin for clues, which led us to a lost wedding ring. Can you recall exactly where we found the ring? Where did we find the ring, chat? Where did we find the ring? Oh my god. Exactly. It was wedged between the cushions in the cabin's couch. I wonder how it got there. It had an engraving in Vendricken, so we thought we'd ask Martin to translate it for us, but before we could leave, Veta and Monty came back. Yeah. I have so many thoughts about our conversation with them. I don't even know where to start. Well, what do you think? Did anything in our conversation with them strike you as interesting or noteworthy? Let's see. I wonder why Monty told Beta he invited us into the cabin. It was odd that they didn't seem to recognize the ring, and Veta sure seemed reluctant to tell us what Monty does for a living. I think the biggest question is, why is Monty okay with us in the cabin? At the same time, if Veta is interpreting everything from Monty, did Monty even see that? Yeah, it's almost like he was covering for us. We'd have been in big trouble if he didn't. I really want to know more about him. He seems so mysterious. Veta wouldn't even let us know what he does for a living. At any rate, Veta denied even seeing the woman, as expected. She kicked us out, and that was that. And then finally we talked to Professor Martin. He told us all about Vendrica's complicated political history. How the East and West were split during the Revolution, and how Vendrica has prospered while the neighbors in Gambrica suffer. He also showed us an old picture of him and his friends from his college days. It's so hard to believe he was our age once. Did you know that everyone used to be young at some point? Unless you're already young, or that you're still a baby? Everyone can be young one day. Or was young one day. He was pictured with two of his friends. Do you remember the name of the one on the right? The literature student? The one on the right was Martin. Give it up for all the babies in the chat. Yeah. If you're a baby in chat, raise your hand right now. Good, because if any of you were under the age of 18, we would have banned you. Okay, Meyer. Yeah, it was Meyer. He was apparently killed during the Revolution. It must have been so hard for Martin to lose his friend like that. Anyway, before we left, we had Martin translate the engraving on the ring for us. So for my last question, what were the initials on the ring? It said, "To my beloved what? To my beloved cop. AK-47. Yep, that was it. To my beloved AK. So, where does that leave us? Well, I know that the woman's name also began with an A, so I suppose it's possible that she's the AK written on this ring. Can you remember if she was wearing a wedding ring when you met her? No, I don't remember. But if we operate under the assumption that this is her ring, that means at some point she lost it in Veta and Monty's cabin. I definitely got the sense that Veta was hiding something from us, and I wouldn't put it past her past something like her to lie. We still don't have all that much to go on, though. At this point, the ring is the only clue. Yeah, but at least it's something, right? Yeah. You know, Chiaki, for a minute there, I really thought I was going crazy. I thought maybe that creepy bartender was right, and it was just a vivid dream. If I'm being honest, I'm still not entirely sure what to believe, but... well... that ring gives me hope. at least. It may turn out that this was all a waste of time, but as long as there's a small chance she's real, I don't want to stop searching until I'm sure she's okay. Thank you for helping me today, Chiaki. I'm so sorry I dragged you into this. I understand if you don't want to pursue it any further. You should really be using this time to plan for your term paper. I know I shouldn't distract you anymore, so I think I'll... First thing tomorrow, we should try to find the other 3 witnesses. You said there was an old man and 2 men in polos that should have seen you and the woman together, right? Yes, that's right. The bartender confirmed to me that they were there, so I think we're bound to run into them at some point. We should keep an eye on Veta and Monty too. Like you said, if that is her ring, then those 2... Did I just... I can't do this. If that is her ring, then those 2 must know more than they're letting on. For now, though, I think we should get some sleep. I have a feeling tomorrow is going to be a long day, so we'll want to be nice and well rested. Does that sound good? Yeah, that sounds great. What's so funny? You know, Chiaki, you've really changed a lot since we first met. Have I? Mm-hmm. I know it's only been a few years, but you've really grown up in that time, you know? To think, you were just barely out of high school when I started tutoring you at the writing center. Oh no, anything but this. Come on, will you stop? You're barely a year older than me. I know. You just always seemed like such a baby to me back then. Please make it stop. I'm sorry, that probably sounds so patronizing. My point is just, it's been a long time since then, and, well, I don't know. You've come a long way, you know? I guess? It doesn't really feel like it, though. I don't think Martin thinks that highly of me, if I'm being honest. What makes you say that? I don't know. I just don't think I've impressed him is all. Not like you. Don't worry about it, Chiaki. He just hasn't known you long enough. He hasn't had time to he hasn't had time to see in you what I do. I know he can be pretty unforgiving, but I truly believe he's the best teacher I've ever had. I want you to learn as much from him as I have. I just know that your term paper is going to blow him away. Really, I believe in you. Thanks, Emma. I'll see you in the morning, Chiaki. Bright and early. We don't have a moment to lose. She's waiting for us to find her, after all. Good night. Night. We have not changed our clothes once. We are stinky. Have we even showered? Who knows? He hasn't had time to see in you what I do. What do you see in me, Emma? Doing it European style. She acts like she's my mom. So proud of her little student. It's humiliating. I think she likes you. Ugh. What am I doing here? How did I let Emma talk me into this? I'm completely out of my depth. Yeah, you are. What are you, a fucking lesbian? Are you blind to this? Martin can see right through me. He can tell I'm nothing like her. Everything comes so easily to her. Never a problem she can't solve. She faces everything with that same confident, cheery attitude. She's into age play, okay? Yeah, exactly. So annoying. Honk shoe, me me me. Honk shoe, me me me. To my beloved AK, huh? Emma, I won't let you down. Alright, we did it. Chapter 3. Can we save? I hope we can save. What time is it? 10 o'clock, huh? Huh. I figured Emma would have woken me up by now. Chucky, are you awake? Speak of the devil? Yeah, come in. Chucky, we have a problem. Whoa. Slow down. What's going on? It's the ring. It's missing, Chucky. It's missing? Yes, I put it on my bedside table right before I went to sleep, but when I woke up, it was gone. Are you sure you didn't drop it? Could it have fallen on the floor? I thought so too, but I've been looking all over my cabin for almost an hour. I swear, it's like it just disappeared. Oh, Chucky, what are we gonna do? That was our only evidence. We have nothing to go on now. Hold on, Emma. Even if you don't have the ring, we still know what was written on it, and we still have some leads to the case. Let's not panic. We can still continue investigating without the ring. And maybe you're right. Oh, it's just so frustrating. How could I have lost it? This is really weird. Emma wouldn't be so careless as to lose something as important as the ring. Is it possible somebody took it while she was sleeping? Who even knew she had it, other than Martin and Veta and Monty? Let's not worry about it right now. We only have 2 days left to investigate, so we need to cover as much ground as we can. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, we need to focus. What do you think we should... where do you think we should start today? Good question. Well, we have 3 potential witnesses to question. 2 guys in polos and the old man. You said they were with you in the lounge car around this time yesterday, so maybe we'll find one of them there now. We should talk to Veta and Monty again, too. I'm not exactly sure what else we can ask them, but we know they must be hiding something, right? Okay, I'll let you decide what we do first. How about this? If we ever aren't sure what to do next, we can come back here and talk it over. I have a feeling today's going to be a busy day, so don't feel bad if you need to take a break for a little while. Okay, let's get moving. Alright! We finally have the save slot. How many save slots are there? A lot. Cool. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so we'll be trying to find out more about these other witnesses. They'll probably deny ever seeing Emma with other people, or maybe they will. We'll see. We'll find out. Not sure if we're going to stream this tomorrow. Thinking about it, though. If we do, it'll be fun. Otherwise, it'll be sometime in the week. We can't stream next weekend because we have some prior engagements. So if we do stream sometime next week, it'll probably be like on a Friday or something. You can watch out. Definitely just check out our, just follow our Blue Sky, be on our Discord, and, well, at least give maybe about an hour notice or something. When we do our next little stream. It was fun to finally see us stream. Thank you so much for showing up. We appreciate it. We know we are a hard streamer to catch, so it's always lovely to see people hanging out in here. Let's see. Do we have anyone who is available to raid into? Ooh, that looks fun. Okay, we're gonna raid into Code. Who is... Wait. Are they... Thank you for the fish. They are... No, okay, it's fine. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Raid Shadow Legends. And... What's our raid message? What would we do for a raid message? Murder raid. Let's just call it murder raid. And thank you so much for hanging out, y'all. It was so lovely. Let's see. Well, if you have the thing, you know, the thing where you can just do that, that's fine. If you don't, use whatever you like. Thank you all for hanging out. We really appreciate it. This is a fun game. We'll definitely enjoy finishing, getting to the bottom of whatever chaos this is. Have a good night. Have a good weekend.